Some major office supply stores are closing, but the good news is that you can find low prices on supplies you need at Walmart. They have a broad assortment of office supplies, everything from copy paper to coffee. Right now, they have 5 packs of Georgia Pacific 20-pound 88 bright paper on rollback for just $13.47 and Avery 1.5-inch heavy-duty clear cover binders for just $6.74. You'll find savings like that on all kinds of essential items. So stock up on the most important office supply of all. Savings. Save money, live better. Walmart.
You are now tuned in live to the end of the year show, brought to you by
on the May We Help You Radio Network.
Only on the May We Help You Radio Network.
Only on the May We Help You Radio Network.
Only on the May We Help You Radio Network.
Only on the May We Help You Radio Network.
Only on May We Help You Radio Network.
So on the May We Help You Radio Network.
MWHY Radio Network.
May We Help You Radio.
On the May We Help You Radio Network.
Only on the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network, the network that helps you.
Well, hello, everyone, and what a great year it has been here for the May We Help You Radio Network. I am your host today, Latisha M., and I'm just super excited. I hope it just really displayed in my voice because I am super, super excited to be here with everyone today, just enjoying the year that we have had. We only have a couple of more days left, so why not celebrate now, right? And we have a great show lined up for you. Not only do we have an amazing group of women that we're going to be introducing you to and interviewing and really getting to know, but we're going to play some old stuff that you've heard on the network. We're going to play some of the music that's been given to us from some of the indie artists over this past year. Not everyone. I couldn't get everybody's music, and so to the point where I'm only playing a minute of everybody's music just so we can kind of fit it in. We have a lot of guests that we're going to be expecting to call in, but we also want to hear from you. Tell us how your year has been. Have you enjoyed the shows? What are you looking for us to do for you next year? And go ahead and give your shout out to some of your friends and family because we want to get them to listen and hear from you as well. So one of the things that we're going to be doing, we're going to have a contest. Well, as you know, if you follow me on social media, I am part of a book collaboration from the amazing Caprice Smith. She got together with 9 other women, myself included, and we were able to put together a book. I know. Who knew, right? I would be an author. 2014 going into 2015 just holds so much promise for so many different people. So this contest, if you can tweet us, email us, Facebook us, whatever social media you want to use, and just hashtag MWHY Radio, MWHY Radio. I want you to tell me the name of all of the shows that's included in this quick mix. All right. So that mix was from a lot of the different shows here on the network. So, again, we want you to tweet us, Facebook us, anything, email us, go to our website, leave a comment there on all of the host shows that you think were included in that mix, and when you have a free book coming out to you, The Keys to Uncuffed Living from the Women in Business. So I definitely want to be able to gift that to one of the first lucky people to get it right. I'll be playing that clip throughout the show, so if that's something that you missed, I'll be playing it again, but you can always come back. Remember, download the show, listen to it again, get it right. This contest we're going to be holding until Friday because we know some of you guys are going to be partying too hard to think about it in a couple of days, but I want to give you a chance to be able to enter into this contest to see if you know all of the different shows that was included in that mix. Well, without further ado, as I stated, I have such a huge show for you today. And we have some women who have just really touched me in different ways that I wanted to be able to introduce or reintroduce to you. And with some of the women that I've been meeting lately, I don't often do a show. So when I do put together a program for you all, it's because I want to be able to make sure you get to meet the dynamic people that I have just met, and I'm just so excited. And because I have my own radio network, I can kind of flip it in there when I want to, right? That's the power of ownership, guys. Let's get down with some ownership. So today we're going to have Singer Debra Price, author Nzinga Jackson, Rockstar Entrepreneur Erica A. and, of course, Miss Corporate America Caprice Smith herself is all going to be here with us today. Hope that you saw the flyers out there, and I can see the phone lines are just so many people already calling in, so thanks so much for tuning in and joining us. And I see all of you guys on social media. So we want to get started with our first guest. Before I bring her on, I want to kind of give you guys a little piece of Miss Debra Price.
Down to my feet. When I think about how you delivered me, like you broke my chains and set me free, protected me from the enemy, and making me what you call me to be. Took away all the pain and the misery from my heart. Thank you, Lord, for setting me free. No one can do me like you, so Lord, just have your way. Whenever trouble comes, it's you that takes my storm away. I'm more than a conqueror, 'cause I'm a child of a king. When pressed on every side, you're the one who releases me. On call 24/7. You're my bodyguard, my lethal weapon. Father God, it's you I'm repping. To the enemy, get the stepping. On the days and nights I'm pressing. Keep my head up and keep on pressing. Call your name and I'll so much, and welcome to the show today. How is it going in this, this turning of the new year for you?
It's just been such a blessing, Daddy God is blowing my mind from the left to the right, back and forth, up and down. I'm just so blessed. I'm serious. He's just been amazing to me. And I'm so grateful.
And you have such a wonderful voice, and, I'm just so excited to be able to share you with our listening audience. Some people may know you out here, but we definitely wanted to be able to introduce you to a new audience, audience base itself. So, Debra, tell our audience a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Sylacauga, Alabama. I'm all country. I'm a country girl. But as of right now, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. I've been here a little over 21 years, and just letting go and letting God have his way.
Absolutely. Now, what a Southern girl like yourself, how did you get into music?
Believe it or not, my mom and dad, I come from a...
Debra, you still there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. I said I come from a very big family. My mom and dad had 10 children, 6 sons, six boys and 4 girls, and we were like we thought we were going to be the next Jackson 5, We had the brothers that could play and the girls that could sing. We were raised in church, and that's all we knew was to give God praise and give God glory for what he's done and what he has done and what he was going to do in our lives. So that was our teaching, our upbringing, to always give God praise as a little girl. That's what she taught us to do. And I'm just so grateful that, at my age now, my relationship with Daddy God now is just so amazing. It's so amazing.
Wow. And, that's what I love to hear. And, for the women who are out there with the song in their heart, and especially the ones who have the family to back them up to do what they do, what type of advice would you give them coming into this industry?
First off, if you sell yourself out to Daddy God first, and then you don't have to worry about selling out to anyone else or compromising and giving into something that is not godly. Number one is go to Daddy first. He knows why he brought you here. Jeremiah 29:11, he lets us know. He said, "For I know the thoughts I think toward you. I have thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you an expected end." So he already knows what the desire is for our lives. We just need to understand, what am I here for? What do I need to do? How can I please you, Lord? And that's my heart desire through everything that I'm doing now. And with the music, that's what he's placed in my heart. So the second album, the song you heard first was from the first album, so Set Me Free. But the new album that I'm working on now is called Transform Me. And that's what he's doing in my life. He's taking me from that old girl. She had to die because Deb had a lot of issues and a lot of things going on in her life. Like so many other of us women, we're emotional creatures, and we take things sometimes so personal till our hearts get wounded, and we'll walk around with heart wounds in our hearts, soul wounds, and we're hurting and causing so many problems, even mentally and physically, to our bodies, because we don't really know how to handle the stress that's going on. That's why it's important to go to Daddy first.
Yes. And so you are coming from a true spiritual place, and your mindset seems to be about peace and resurrection. Like you said, your old self had to die first before you can transform and be the Debra Price that you are today.
Yes, ma'am. It took a lot of tears, I'm telling you, because I made a lot of mistakes on my own, trying to do things on my own. That's why I say now there's nothing I can do within myself. I don't know how to make the right decisions. I'm not saying that I don't make good decisions, but I'm saying with God helping me, I know I'm on track. I've made a lot of poor decisions in my life trying to do Deb and trying to be who other people wanted me to be. It's almost like feeling like I was Leah, When Transform Me first came out, it was just like it's not about pleasing man anymore or pleasing people anymore or even trying to please the church. It's about God. Daddy, what do Leah named her son for God, This one I offer unto you, Lord. I've tried everything to try to please man, but it's no longer about them. This is for you, Father. So that's what transformed me. That's what came out of Transform Me. Every song on there Daddy God gave me, I wrote it. I wrote the songs, and he's teaching me how to be his masterpiece. It's not about how good you may look on the outside, because the prettiest woman in the world could have such low self-esteem and feel so bad about herself. But out in public, you got to put on that. Who wants to follow somebody that's beautiful? But you got to heal from the inside out, and that's what he's doing, and it's blessing my heart. And when people listen to the music and tell me that's exactly what I was feeling, but I didn't know how to say it, I didn't know what it was, that blessed my heart, because I'm like, Daddy, he gets the glory in every song because he gave it to me. I don't know how to do it on my own. I really don't.
And you know what? And that's a lesson that I think a lot of people don't understand. We go around talk about independent woman this, and I can be bad all by myself that, but we're not actually meant to do anything alone. We're a communal people. No. That's why when we praise together, our voice is lifted up. even if it's two people, you can have the strongest voice. And it doesn't mean that you can't do things by yourself, but you're not supposed to empower to do things by yourself. You're supposed to structure yourself so that if you are alone, you're strong. But when you're with, you should want to be with other people. Doesn't mean a spouse. It doesn't mean your girlfriend. It just means people with like-minded ideals that you can, inspire other people with. So, just keeping that kind of thought in mind, thinking throughout the years, how did you mature? What were the steps that you had to take to really just come outside of yourself and recognize that tool?
I got in a spirit of such low. I was so depressed, going through some tests and trials, and had so many. The Bible talks about fiery darts on every side. Well, I was praying, but not really going into prayer the way I should have been, the way my mother taught me, because I was allowing tests and trials of life to pressure me down. And I got so depressed where I got where I just didn't even want to live anymore. I'm like, come on. But what hit my spirit was, what makes you want to die? Now, I don't believe in committing suicide or anything like that, but I'm saying just lay down like I'm just going to give up. The Holy Spirit let me, what spirit, where do you think that spirit comes from? This is what was in my spirit. And I knew that was not from God, because he gives me good. He's been a good father. He's a very good father. So I had to think about it. Where's the spirit coming from? The enemy wants you to stop. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He can steal your peace, steal your joy, steal your family, steal your finances. Shake this mess off. And I'm like, Holy Spirit. So just like David, when I came to myself and I realized, you know what, this ain't nothing but the enemy. People are not my enemy. I know that he uses people to attack and say things and say hurtful words, lie on you or stab you in the back or whatever. Like Vicky Wine says, stab you in your neck, right in your face. But you know what? He's teaching me, forgive people and move on. Bless them in Jesus. That's what it really means when he said, do good to those. I mean, come on, that is hard. And you know that they're talking about you, and you're like, okay, Father, this is what you said. Help me to do it, because I just don't want to see them. I don't want anything to do with them. I'm not the type of person that wants to get up and fight and argue and fuss with you. I just don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. But he was also letting me know that's not godly either. Just shining people off, that's not godly. You're not wrestling with that person. Like, Father, help me to forgive them and help me to mean it, because in my heart I'm saying it. But my heart, I can deceive myself. I don't want to stand before Daddy at the end of life. And he said, depart from me. I want to hear him say, well done. You come on home, daughter. That's my desire. I want to reach those millions of souls that he has for me to reach. And I want him to be pleased with me. I got to tell you, I'm just so thankful for my promoter. Andre Robinson has been such a blessing to me. And this is the thing. Daddy brought this man. We've never met face to face. He's in Missouri. I'm in Alabama. But he has been such a blessing. He is he's pushing me harder than anybody ever has. And because I've been promoting myself. And I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for the people that God is bringing into my life. He did tell us, he said, your gifts will make room for you and take you before great people. Woman of God, just talking with you is just such a blessing to my spirit. You just don't know. I'm standing up, talking and walking because I feel so good in my spirit,
I'm a pacer, too. When I get going, everybody knows it because I'm a back-and-forth pacer, and they look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm talking to myself. But like you said, when you feel it, you got to go. And you know what? And I had the opportunity to meet Andre as well. He's a wonderful man, so big shout-out to him for, the introducing us and just bridging that together. But, that's one of the lessons. We have a show where we talk to a lot of indie artists at least once a month. And that's one of the things that I instill in them. It's not about always self-promoting. You have to get yourself a team together because you have to continue to be the artist. You can't be an artist with a clear head if you're trying to handle all of the business. And it doesn't mean that you don't have your hand in your business. You should always know what's going on and how it should be run and operated. But, as an indie artist, you are an entrepreneur. It is all about what you and your team can do, and it's about building a team. So I'm glad that you recognize that and you have your team together and doing what it is that you need to do to keep going forward. Now, you know what, Deborah, let me ask you, just out of the years that you have been an entertainer, you have been singing, you have been bringing this message, what would you say has been your high point so far in what you're doing?
There's a song that is will be in a movie called Fatherless. And Daddy God has opened a door where my song, I Need You, and, you're not looking for praise or anything, but when somebody, I received 2 awards for this song from the Inferno Awards in South Carolina, New Artist of the Year and New Song of the Year. Well, that blessed my heart. And then the song is put in a movie based on a true story about Ken Johnson, who was born in L.A., surrounded by drugs, alcohol, very poor, and football was his way out, and how now he is the Indianapolis chaplain. He's a chaplain for the Indianapolis Colts, and how he tells his story. I mean, a true man of God. This blesses my heart. I'm like, Daddy, this is you. And then he's opening so many doors. I even had a call today from an artist who just got great things going on, and he's like, well, I would love for you to be on a project with me. And I'm like, Daddy God, this is all you. I mean, I cried about it because I keep hearing in my spirit, I don't have to run around and try to run anybody down. So many people have said to me, Deb, that music thing is just so bad, it's so horrible, and Deb, you have to know people, you got to kiss their behinds. I'm like, you know what? Daddy said, Deborah, if you get to know me, if you become intimate with me, I know everybody in the world, and everybody that I want you to come in contact with, I'll place you there. And that's what I'm learning. I mean, oh, my Lord, he's showing me things. I'm like, Daddy, you're so amazing. But this is what he told all of us. If you're faithful, if you're willing and obedient, I'll give you the good of the land. We don't have to be jealous of anybody. I thank God that's not in my spirit to be jealous of my sisters and my brothers. I can really rejoice with you and be shouting with you and like, praise God, because I know he's my daddy too.
That's right.
We don't have to hate on each other. We can support each other, show each other love, pray for one another. Oh my God, he's teaching me how not to be bitter. I'm divorced. I'm remarried, but I was divorced for 15 years, and I never wanted to be a single parent. And for 15 years, I walked around in anger and bitterness for my children's dad because I never wanted to be a single parent. And God taught me that this time, because, if you don't pass your test, just like in school, you got to repeat it. Well, I failed my test a lot. So I'm like, Daddy, I'm so grateful that I got a lot of F's, sister, because I let my mouth just go off. And you know what? I would say ugly things about my children's dad, but this is what Daddy taught me. That's murder. You're murdering him with your mouth. And I'm like, yeah, but look what he did. But that's not the point. This is growing up for you, Dad. So I'm not angry. I'm not bitter anymore. That blesses my heart. That, my God, my mom said, Deb, you finally matured. And I'm like, well, thank you, Jesus. It took me getting in my 40s to learn.
You know what? And that's one of the things. I think some of the hosts that might be listening or may go back and listen when we have our backdoor conversations or online conversations, one of my biggest phrases is no worries. And I think they're probably laughing now that they know I say that to everybody. And that's because I had to let go of worrying. And in order to truly be able to see the path before you, you have to let go of anything that happened to you in the past, even if it just happened right now. You have to breathe in, breathe out, no worries, and keep going. So, Deborah, I think, like you said, that's a 15. I didn't take me 15 years to learn that lesson, but Lord knows it took me a long time to learn that lesson. And it's something that everyone, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what you're doing, that is a personal thing. And you have to be able to take that tool. That is probably the biggest gift that I can give you in 2015 is to lead it with a no worry mindset. Whatever it's going to be is going to be. It's just about putting together your game plan to be able to handle the things as they come along, and whatever is not for you is not for you. Now, Deborah, I know this is a big show. We're talking about ending this 2014. So we've already talked about some of the things you've done now. What do we have to look forward to you for next year? I should say for a couple of days from now.
I know, right? I've already talked to Daddy God, and this is what he's teaching me. Right now I'm preparing myself so when I go forth and I'm more available. So I'm building up my spirit, man, first. Got to build him up first, and then I'm going for working on my physical body because I want to be energized. But there's so many women. This CD is all. I thought it was all for the women because it transformed me the soul of a woman. And the majority of the time I was talking to women. But this is amazing to me because I've got more brothers, more pastors loving the CD and giving me more feedback than us women. So it's more I want to be available. Whatever he called me to do, I want to make myself available. I want to spend more time in prayer. I want to do things right because, listen, we really are in the last days. I've been hearing that since I was a little girl. But you know what? I really believe it. We got so much happening right in front of our eyes. We got demons that will manifest themselves right in front of us, and we act like it's normal. It's not. You know, this is not normal. TV will mess us up. You know, we don't talk about demons the way the Bible talks about. He tells us this is how we will be known as his believers, by casting out demons in Jesus' name. Well, this stuff is real. I desire to just be wholeheartedly giving everything out and just letting him use me. I really want to do whatever he desires, not be ashamed. I've asked God for holy boldness, not be afraid, not be, nervous about, doing what he calls us to do. I really desire to just totally be 100% all God. I mean, I don't want to sound like that person, oh, my gosh, you just, what do they call holy roller. Man, I don't want to be called that person. I really don't. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. I got to see him. Right. I've got to see him, and I've got to hear him say, well done. That's my desire. My desire is to reach everybody that God has for me to reach. My music may not be, well, it's not for everybody, but there are people out there that it's for, and they will be blessed by it. I just want to give my all.
Amazing. Now, I do have one more song to play for you, Emmanuel. You want to tell everyone what that song is about?
Emmanuel? Okay, I thought you had I Need You. Emmanuel, well, is just my version of, God with us. Everybody else is, everybody has sung this song around Christmas time, but it's not my original song, but I just added my own little version to it, just to say God with us,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Ms. Price, how can we follow you? Where are you? How can we, if we want to become new fans, where can we get your music? Let everybody know how they can stay in touch with you.
Well, number one, you can always go online. My music, this is usually what Andre usually do. You go online. All the music is on iTunes, Amazon.com. You will have to put in Debra Price Transform Me. That's the name of a new album. You can also go to Twitter. I'm on Twitter under Debra Price 2014. You can find me on Facebook, Debra.Price.Transform.me. You go to YouTube, you can find your sister there, and be looking for this movie, Fatherless. It's going to be released in 2015. It will be such an encouragement, such a blessing for the family. I mean, it's not just male or female. I mean, for the whole family, encouraging for the entire family. Awesome. Just be on the lookout.
Awesome.
I love you so much, my sister. I love you so much.
Thank you.
So much.
I love you too. And Deborah, thanks so much for coming by and stopping by our show. Is there anyone who you would like to give a holiday season shout out to as well?
I want to say to my mother, hi, Mommy. I love you so much, and thank you. That is Miss Mary McKinney Arnold, and my father, Daddy God. I love him so much. To all my sisters and brothers out there, I love you guys so very much. And to my promoter, dude, you're the best. Peace. I love you. And to you, my sister, thank you so much again. I love you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So we're going to play Emmanuel, everyone. We're going to take a commercial break after that. When we come back, we have so much more show for you. The contest is on, so I'm going to play that mix again for the contest. And, we have some surprises for you. So stay tuned. Here is Debra Price, Emmanuel.
Come, let us adore him. worship and adore Him. Come, let us adore Him. Kneel down before Him. Worship and adore.
This is Caprice Smith, your uncuffed living expert. I want to take a moment and speak to my women entrepreneurs. If you have your own business card in the name of your business, but you struggle when someone asks what it is you do, that is a problem. If you are not making money that's going to build your legacy and sustain your family, that is a problem. I invite you to hop on over to capricesmith.com, join my free newsletter, and while you're there, schedule your strategy session. I want to help you uncover some things that you should already know. I spent 20 years perfecting my craft, and I'm willing to share all of what I know with you today. If you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living. And if you're cuffed in your business, your clients will know that and they won't invest in you. So let's connect. Until next time, have an awesome day.
The exclusive Blacklist is the event of 2015, hosted by the Vine Wine Club. Be a part of history. Join us on February 12, 2015 at the Virginia War Memorial to taste the best in wine from our African-American winemakers and winery owners. Meet Shoe Crazy Wines, Gwen Hurt, Flow Wines, and jazz legend Marcus Johnson, and Richmond's own newcomer Felicia Cosby, just to name a few. The event starts at 7 o'clock with live music and heavy hors d'oeuvres. The all-inclusive ticket is $75 for a limited time. Buy your ticket today, as a perfect stocking stuffer is more than a gift but an awesome experience. Visit www.thevinewineclub or call 804-993-4130 to purchase your ticket. The exclusive Blacklist. You don't want to miss this.
And welcome back to the show. This is the end of year special for May We Help You Radio Network. I'm your host, Latisha M. And, you know, if you've missed part of the show already, then you missed the awesome Debra Price. She is an amazing singer. We were able to play some of her music for you. So we definitely want you to come back, replay the show so that you can enjoy her as well. I promised you that we were going to have, you know, some guest people that were just going to be calling in sporadically just to say hello. And I do have one of those amazing women on the line with me now. Hello, Miss Delana K. Watkins. How is it going today?
Hello. Good evening. It has been wonderful so far just listening to this end of the year special. Latisha, you really know how to close out the year.
Well, you know, I have champagne. I have my noisemaker in my hand. No, I'm just okay. But I love a party, and I'm a theme
imagine.
girl, so yeah, I know how to plan a good little party.
You do. The first guest you had on, Miss Debra Price, was just awesome. Her spiritual wisdom, I tell you, if that was something that people may have been struggling with all year long, just what she shared, her personal journey, her personal story, and then the sounds of her music, awesome. So thank you for that.
Well, I am exactly,
and of course, every time I hear
go ahead.
music,
I'm sorry.
I just want to move. Now, I was going to say, of course, the first time you were playing music, every time I hear music, you know what I do. I just want to move. So it was really great.
And that's what I was going to say. So, everyone who may not be familiar with this young lady, this is Delana K. Watkins. She does a show on the network called the Total Women Wellness. And one of the things that people talk about the most, I think, is your physically fit commercial breaks that you do during your show. Because, like you said, you're about getting those women to move and not be in place.
Absolutely, yes. And that's why I was saying that even during the segment that you were just airing with Debra Price, during part of her music, the first clip and the second go-round, I take every moment to move at every opportunity. So that's what we do on the Total Woman Wellness Show, Wednesdays at 12 noon. During our commercial breaks, we get physically fit. Sometimes we do mentally fit commercial breaks where I give them mental gymnastics. Things to do. So
absolutely.
It's always
Girl, you be doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So, I'm so sorry, Delane. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say, tell everybody, what they have to look forward to, any projects that you have for 2015.
Yes, absolutely. Well, of course, let me just put a plug in there that I am grateful to share that I'm on the cover of this week's May We Help You Radio magazine. So I will be, that right there is just a taste, really, add a little hand clap in there. The Healthy You Here is what the article is about in the magazine, and that really is going to give you a taste of what to expect on the upcoming year for the Total Woman Wellness Show for 2014. Just this past year was extravagant. I mean, we talked about your wallet, your wellness, your worship, your work, business life, just everything. So we're going to magnify on that and discuss more of that really on another level and just continue to pull back the layers that we are exposed to each and every day, ladies. So look forward to that in 2015 on the Total Woman Wellness Show. And, of course, our still, physically fit commercial breaks to get you moving.
And you know what? And I just want you to tell any and everybody who you want to shout out to your happy holiday message, and just to and I'm getting messages as we're coming in, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely want you to be able to tell everyone who in your downline to your happy holiday messages.
Absolutely. Well, of course, always to my family. I always say God, family, and of course everyone that is in my network that helps to support me and what I'm doing. My awesome husband, Thomas Watkins, he's always there. He's always looking forward to my show every Wednesday. And my support downline network, my virtual assistant, Stacy Shaw Virgo. She is awesome. She keeps me on task, keeps my guests coming. And then, of course, you, Latisha, I have to shout you out just because you're fantastic as a producer, just with not only promotion, but just with a lot of the behind the scenes that you do. And, of course, me picking your brain at all hours of the day and night. So I look forward to continuing that and expanding that in 2014. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. And thank you so much. I love all the hosts here, and I know we're going to get some more to call in. So thanks so much, Delana. This was Delana K. Watkins, everyone. And I know that, we're going to be playing a replay for you this week. But, I mean, it is the holiday. I wouldn't make it work. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, getting back to the show, everyone, I'm going to play this one clip one more time before I bring my next guest on. But, guys, I want you all to get ready because it is about to go down. We're going to be bringing on the author, Nzinga Jackson. So I want you to really be prepared to learn about this young lady. But remember, we do have a contest going on so that you can win a free copy of Keys to Uncuffed Living, the Women in Business issue. I am one of the contributing authors to this, so I want to be able to gift it out to one of our lucky listeners. You have until Friday to go to any of your social media, hashtag MWHY Radio, and tell us what shows are a part of this mix. So, all right. Remember, you have until Friday to tell us what shows all of that music came from, and you will be able to get your free copy of Keys to Uncuffed Living. So I'm just super excited to be able to give that to the first lucky person to get that right, because I know it's a lot of shows included in that. But as I stated, we definitely want to welcome Nzinga Jackson. Let me tell you a little bit about my personal experience with Ms. Jackson before I bring her on. She and I used to work for a company that will remain unnamed. Big company, thinks they own the world. It's great. And you know what? Our cubicles weren't far from each other. She is such a spiritual young lady that she's one of those people that you're so drawn to. And she also will give you a nickname. So, my name is Latisha, and she would be like, Tish, without a doubt. She was always just so kind and spiritual. I can't get that word out of my mouth because that's what I think of when I think of her. I think of somebody who is just there to minister and lead, and she is definitely proven to be just that. So I want to introduce to you, yes, author Nzinga Jackson, but I more so want to introduce you to my friend. Hey, Zinga, how is it going tonight?
Hi, Tish. It's going so great. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction. And I'm so very, very proud of you. Very proud.
Oh, thank you. Just like a mama, y'all. Thank you, Mama. Aw.
And I'm so
happy to have you hanging out with me. Absolutely.
Thanks
You're the
for
only one that can get it.
me.
Oh, anytime. And I got to tell you, I'm more impressed with your ministry, the way that you have just stood up and become this leader. It was always something that you were doing anyway, but now you're doing it in such a global way. It's so global now for you.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I want you to tell everybody a little bit about your ministry first.
Well, I'm a speaker. Wherever I go, I speak. And it's all a matter of taking a person from a low place, a painful place, a hurtful place, a dark place, to a place of light, because it's hard to see where you're going when you're brokenhearted, when your eyes are filled with tears, when your heart is shattered in pieces. It's even hard to, hear instructions. So I'm the one that will say, you can get up. Come on, you can get up from here, to dare you to believe to get to where you're going in spite of all that's coming against you, because it's coming against you for a reason. It's trying to stop you on purpose. So I definitely believe in pushing past what we feel and what we think in order to get to where we're going.
And, how did you come about this revelation? How did you come about, this drive in your life? Because I know, it's supposed to be installed in us, but as an adult, we still have to have our own experiences to make that decision.
You're absolutely right. But for me, it started happening when I was a child. My mother's friends would come over, and I was always a bit different. People told me in many ways, nice ways and not so nice ways. But it started as a child. My mother's friends would come over, and out of nowhere I would, have this wisdom to say. And because I was the oldest of a single mother, I had more opportunity to speak, because, when you're younger, you don't speak. You don't interrupt in grown folks' business, that type of stuff. But I was given an opportunity to speak because I was, I had more responsibility. And every time I did, her friends would say, wow, you're so wise. And growing up, I would hear, you're so mature for your age, or, Nzinga, I would never have the guts to do that. And I had, given my life to the Lord at 12 years old, but I didn't really live it until I was 24. And all the people that I had talked to along the way about love, about light, about getting up from where you are, the message still remained the same. So God was always with me, always talking to me. And now that I'm more mature, being that I've been able to see the light through my own dark places, I feel it's important to share that on a massive basis, because we have so many people that are broken. They're hurting, so many suicides, and, we take that stuff lightly. But people want an escape from the pain, whether it be suicide, whether it be the bottle, whether it be the man or the woman. People want an escape from the pain. And rather than add to misery, I think it's important for me to let everybody know that as hard as it is, you don't have to add to that misery by doing things that are going to cause you harm or settling for less. This is how you can do it, whether they believe in God or not, because he is still God no matter what. But this is how you do it. And I just want to get that out there to everybody who will listen.
And I think that you're doing an amazing job in, getting that message out, because it's no longer just about what one person can do for survival. It should be what we all should be doing to support and nurture each other. And I think when people step back and stop thinking just of themselves and of their journey and their climb, and they start trying to help others, that, you do end up climbing a lot faster and become more successful when you are a giver and not a taker. So, it's interesting. Now, you have a Facebook group that you just started where you're mentoring directly to women. Tell us a little bit about that group, because I know that you would love to be able to get a few more women involved in that as well.
Well, it's called The Power of a Praying Wife Study Group. It's based on a book written by a dynamic woman. Her name is Stormy O'Marsh, and she has a big series, Power of a Praying Woman, Power of a Praying Wife, Power of a Praying Mother, Power of a Praying Husband. She has a big series, and early in my marriage, you know, you go through things when God wants to fortify the bond and the enemy wants to destroy it. And I had some thoughts and some ideas about, you know, what else I could do. And I came across this book. It actually was given to me by a friend of mine at work, a different job, at work. And I started reading it, and I got so angry with Stormy that I closed the book and I didn't want to read it anymore because she actually confirmed the very things that I was angry with God about. And he basically told me it's not the man, it's you. And we don't want to hear that when we're the one who's being broken, you know, when we're the one who, you know, they don't understand me and all that kind of stuff. And the Holy Spirit told me to pick it back up and read it. And by the time I finished reading it, not only was everything that the Lord had told me in prayer confirmed through her words, but I learned a few things about my ugly ways that I needed to change. And it really sparked a dynamic ministry and bond between my husband and I through the changes, you know, that I made. So the book helps you to be the catalyst that you're supposed to be for a great marriage. That's what it does. And we join together every Thursday p.m., and we go through the chapters, and we discuss real things because there are a lot of women, whether you're married, engaged, single, waiting, whatever you are, wherever you find yourself in regard to a companion, you're more than welcome to come. And you do have to teach. Can I give the telephone number that they would have to call into?
Please.
Because it is a conference. Okay. You call in to 724-444-7444, and they're going to ask for a call ID. The call ID is 130410. And, you know, we go through the chapters, we read, and, you know, we discuss some things. And if I'm led to, I'll share some personal stories so that we can really understand what's being communicated in the book. And we open up the lines for women to talk about their experiences, and we come together and figure some things out, and we pray. So I'm having a real good time with that. We just started. All the calls are recorded, and I look forward to it every Thursday.
Awesome, awesome. So I know that you've had your bout of challenges. Like you said, you share a lot of your personal experiences. So, you know, you already told us a little bit about, you know, when you're married for a long time, you know, things can pop up and happen, and you and your husband dealt with it and have been, you know, loving ever since. But you've also dealt with some health issues that kind of had to kind of take a step back and regroup and be Nzinga for a minute. You know, tell us about that experience, because I know that was something that was very different for you in your lifetime.
Well, that experience was horrifying. I actually felt, you know, I'm talking to somebody one night there. I'm lifting them, put it that way, and I felt something pop, and the pop went from my abdomen up my side through my arms and fingertips. I said, wait a minute, that's a little strange. It didn't necessarily hurt, but I knew that wasn't normal. So I said, okay, let me pay attention to the body, because if I start to feel pain, then I know I need to go to the hospital. Lo and behold, I did. And 6 hours later, I had to have an emergency surgery to remove, if I could be personal, my ovary. My ovary, not only, I had some cysts on the ovary, and it not only, the cyst ruptured and my ovary died. That was the pop that I felt. And I was just getting into public speaking. I had done, you know, quite a few, been to quite a few venues, and I was actually in the middle of making a few pieces for a designer in Texas, because I also sew and make my own patterns. That's, you know, something that I love to do. And it really set me back on my feet. But I want to share one thing before we go any further. Since we were talking about marriage, during that time, it was a crazy time. Nobody told me that my hormones would be cut off for a moment. I literally thought I was going crazy until I had to talk with my mom and my grandmom and a good friend. And they explained to me that the hormones stop and then they'll come back on and things of that nature. But one day, I had to get cut in order for them to remove my ovaries. So I had to go through surgery. And my husband, who's, thank you, God, for him. I thank God for him a few times a day. He went to help me get dressed. And I'm sitting on the couch, and he very well could have bent down, to help me get dressed and put my clothes on, or he could have just stood up and helped me to stand up. But he got on the floor. And when I saw him get on the floor just to get me dressed, it moved me. It helped me to see how low he was willing to go to lift me up. And this is the reason why I'm able to really lift up so many. It's because I have that support. So, yeah, I did have to take a moment to be Nzinga, just be Nzinga, not Nzinga the speaker, Nzinga the author, Nzinga the designer, Nzinga the mom. I was just able to receive a bunch of love. But in that place, I was also able to see the love that, that I have, that I'm given on a daily basis. So that time was actually a good time. It was a painful time, but I did, looking back, it was a good time.
And I went through my bout of surgeries and procedures, and when I looked over it in a few year span, I had over 20 procedures. I had about 5 or 6 different surgeries. And it's like you said, you have to be in a strong marriage. You have to have God involved in your marriage, because not everybody can wait. And it's not even about waiting on you, but waiting for you. When you're not able to do the things that you were able to do before, and, now that other person has to be the 100%. It's no longer 60-40, 50-50, whatever the dynamics used to be. It's a lot. So, so I definitely understand that struggle, and I don't recommend that everybody has to go through it. But if you do go through it, that is the real testament of, where your marriage is going to stand when it ends.
It is. And I remember you coming into work in pain, helping everybody out. If you don't know, Latisha, May We Help You is perfect for her. That is her life slogan. She was, even when she, outside of the role of a supervisor, she was on the floor helping everybody she possibly can, front-end systems, back-end systems. And I remember you coming in so much pain you couldn't even put your arm down. And you were still working, helping everybody. And I was just like, I can't imagine exactly what's going on, but that has got to be some type of pain. But above that, look at her drive. Look at her focus. Look at her goal to just keep going. And, look where it has brought you.
Absolutely.
So I'm really grateful and thankful that you continue to press.
Oh, thank you so much, my sister. Everybody that's on the line, I love them, just so y'all know that. There's nobody here that I don't have a personal love of some kind of experience with. And this is one of the ladies who has known me before May We Help You. Like, I was, no one knows how much of a hustler I truly am. I mean, like, every holiday I'm making baskets, I'm making gift bags, I'm making, like, I think we were looking at some of the old pictures, and I did Easter baskets one year, and not even including just the personalized one, just the ones that people requested. I think I probably had about 125 baskets on one table.
Yes.
One time.
You were always been.
And it's because, I just see a need, and I wanted to be able to fill that need. And I think that's what you're doing now. There's a need for women to understand, their role in life. And I said this in the book, actually, I just did. If you don't define what your role is, how can you define it to someone else? You're not just a woman. You're not just a wife. We have a long definition of who we are and what we're willing to do, and you have to be able to put forth that information to yourself. So, I'm just so grateful that you are, putting together this group and that these women are able to, talk with each other and really build this life together that they can really then turn around and be better wives in their partnership.
Right. The whole thing about being a better wife is simply being a better you.
Mhm. Now, Nzinga, I want to talk about God is Therefore I Am, a 31-day devotional journal. This is a book that you are the author of, and so I want our audience to know more about this book.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. This devotional, it reads as a study guide plus a prayer guide, and it does give you some room to journal. I think it was maybe 2007, 2008, that I really started to understand who God is outside of what traditions of men have taught me. And I started to understand that he's not a dictator like they portray him to be. He's not the strike you down with lightning. That's not the dispensation that we live in. I started to understand his love. And when I understood his love, which, don't get me wrong, it's not like you can totally figure it out, but you can grasp it. When I grasp the understanding of, that his love has no end for me, I started to understand what I was entitled to. And what I was entitled to was mine, regardless of what I did or didn't do. It was mine based on my understanding of who he was and who he is. And in turn, it tells me who I am, regardless of the T's I don't cross and the I's I don't dot, if you understand what I mean. So I wrote this devotional for everyone else. It's just 31 days, but this is the first series. And because God is so much, and as I'm learning, I'm going to continue to share. And I would hope that even in reading this, that people would go into their own understanding of who God is and who they are because of him. And it talks about who God is and who you are in relationship to him, the whole gist of the devotional.
I love it. I love it. And, and this is the time, coming into the new year, this would definitely be a great book for you to be able to pick up so that you can really start your journey and really get to respect your own testimony. Some people don't realize you have a testimony. You have something to give to somebody else. So in journaling it, I think it's going to be able to pull out some things that some women didn't know that they had. I love it. I know that, we did put a link and the cover, there we go, that's what the word is, of the book in the digital magazine. But for those who may not be subscribed to our digital magazine, would you like to tell them how they can get their copy of the book?
Sure. All you have to do is go to zspeaks.com. That's Z like zebra, E-E, speaks with an S at the end, .com. And once you're there, you click on shop and you'll see the book cover. It's a soft book cover. For God is Therefore I Am. It's free shipping for $22.99. It's a 3-in-1 devotional with free shipping for $22.99. And this is not just for women, but it's for men too. I really feel for our men as well. I mean, us women, don't get me wrong, we've been handed, some type of doozy, to get through. But the men have a pressure that we'll never, ever, ever understand. And if we tried to, our bodies would literally respond in sickness. This is why so many, single mothers are out there, with high blood pressure and things of that nature, even though, they're doing the best to take care of themselves. It's because they're trying to live up under the pressure that only a man can handle. And so this is, it's for men and for women, because our men need to understand who they are as well, so they can, go out there and subdue That's what their ego is for. Their ego is so that they can go out there and bring back, what the land is supposed to have, meaning the wife, the children, the family, what we're supposed to have. And believe it or not, they're wired to feel proud of themselves when they do that. So when they don't do that, we know that something's wrong, right? So that's what this book is for everybody. For everybody.
Love it. Love it, love it. Well, Nzinga, I want you to give your New Year shout-out to your family or anyone else who's on your list.
Well, I want to give a shout-out to my husband. I love him so much. He is the reason why I'm able to speak, everything that I'm able to do, he is it. But his love is real for me, and it's confirmed through everything that we go through. And my mommy, who I love so much, and all the listeners who decided to tune in from Facebook, that decided to oblige me when I said, hey, my good friend is having a radio show. Don't you want to listen? They, decided to, come on and listen, and I'm thankful for you. And, of course, my Heavenly Father, he's very good to me, and he loves me just like a good father does. And those are my shout-outs for the year and New Year.
I love it. All right. Now, other than your website, how else can we get in touch with you, follow you, and, just become a fan of what you do?
Great. You can follow me on Instagram at ZSpeaks, and you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/HeyYouRememberYou. That's HeyYou. Remember You. That's going to be a program I'm going to be talking about so we can get past the roles that we play and dive into who we really are. So that's why it's titled that way. And if you want to email me, you can.
Remember You. I love it.
Yes, because we forget who we are, and remember the roles we play. And if you want to email me, you can at z@zspeaks.com. So those are the ways to get in touch with me.
Excellent, excellent. Well, it has definitely been a pleasure hanging out with you tonight, our pre-New Year's celebration, just seeing you grow into the woman that you are. Y'all don't know this either, everyone who has children are not always great entrepreneurs, and Nzinga got some kids. How many children you have, Nzinga? You got like 20?
I really do. Tish, I really do. Between the children at church, whom, I love, and my nieces and nephews, but, the ones that I bear, I have 3 children. I have 2 boys, 2 rockhead boys whom I love so much, and one, baby girl. That's my only pumpkin. We stick together in the house, But, and I do have a stepdaughter whom I love, just like my own. But I make sure to respect her boundaries. I don't want anybody coming at me, well, you use the word step. I respect her boundaries, but I do love her like my own. So together we have 4 children, and between, the nieces and nephews and the godchildren and the children at church, and Keisha really is like 20. It really is.
Oh, my goodness. It'd be so many kids with Nzinga. It's hilarious, but that's because they're just drawn to you because you have that motherly quality about you. That just makes you such a, a nurturing woman, so I love it. And you're my mommy. You just don't know. I mean, we're up close of age, but, I have 1,000 mothers out there, so, let me just sign you up right now.
That's how it goes. We can always pull from one another.
That's right. Well, everyone, this has been Miss Author and Coach and Designer and Mother and Wife, Miss Nzinga Jackson. I know. How many more titles you need? And, we just love you, love you, love you. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you. And Tish, I love you.
I love you too, my sister. All right, everybody. We are going to take a quick break, but before we do, I do want to let you know this song I'm going to play next is from one of the first indie artists who allowed us to use her music. Her name is Leona. It is Hot October. I love this song because I'm born in October, so I feel some kind of way about it. But when we come back, we have some surprise guests that have called in, and we're going to be interviewing our next guest in just a moment. So enjoy some Hot October, guys. I'm only going to play a little bit of it, but I want you to enjoy it nonetheless. We'll be right back.
Oh, it's mid-October, and it's hot as hell.
the city. It's late, I'm tired, my body aches, and I don't feel too pretty. What do I have to be to finally find him? Trying not to change myself outside or within. Come down to my window, call out my name, invite me out on the town. Don't run me around, no, don't bring any games. My hair's sticking to my chest. Come over 'cause I need a guess. I promise not to let you rest. It's a hot October. My hair is sticking to my skin. Come over and I'll let you in. Tonight I know where to begin. It's a hot, hot, hot October.
Most people are held captive by being an employee or self-employed. Heroes Academy helps break these chains that bind them. Our financial school has 2 courses of study. First, one for people who want to transition to become business owners, and the second for students who want to learn.
Do you want to attract all of the clients that your small business can handle? At Indispensable Marketing, they help small business owners with one of their greatest challenges, marketing. It is the single greatest challenge that every business owner faces. But at Indispensable Marketing, their primary goal is to get you more customers and more sales. In their free report, The 7 Steps to Small Business Marketing Success, you will learn the 7 core principles that make up a simple, effective, and affordable marketing program. Contact Indispensable Marketing today to receive your free copy at 804-921-7159 or email Patrick McFadden at pmcfaddenmarketing@gmail.com. And by the way, did we mention that you have access to free marketing advice on their website? Visit indispensablemarketing.com right now. If your goal is growth, marketing is all that matters at Indispensable Marketing.
And welcome back to the show. Big show today. So we've already, I've received so many texts during the show. If I don't say yours, it's not because I don't love you. That just means I love you so much. I kept it to myself. But I want to thank Michael of CTC Design. He is a huge fashion designer in New York. His line, A Nerve Fashion on Edge, has been worn by so many different celebrities. And so I thank him so much for tuning into the show tonight, telling me that he's listening, giving me his holiday wishes. So kisses to you, Michael. We interviewed Michael 2 years ago, so you can also go back and listen to that interview. But just such a great, huge guy, and, you know, all the things he's doing. So go to facebook.com/CTC Designs. And again, thank you so much. I told you guys we had people calling in that wanted to give their holiday shout-outs. So, you know, if you're going back and you're thinking of that contest that we're holding tonight, one of the songs could be from this host right here. Hello, Miss Rita Ricks. How's it going tonight?
It is wonderful, and my song is one of the songs that you played. I loved it.
Oh, see, and what's the name of your show? Because then they can write that down and may be able to get that little hint from you right now.
Spirit Journeys Radio, Tuesday nights, 8 to 9.
All right. So what do you have going on for 2015?
You know, let me just first say, before I answer that question, how awesome this show is tonight. And I have to tell you that when I am on Tuesday night, obviously I'm listening to myself and I'm listening to my guests, but I've got a lot, you know, there's a lot going on in my head to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in the frame. But to hear this show tonight, and so my question always is, are people understanding what it is I'm trying to do? Are they getting a sense of what I'm trying to do? And if my shows are anywhere near what I'm hearing tonight, I'm pleased, because I have just heard love, so much love. I've heard women who love God, women who are sharing their journeys and who are saying, you know, you don't have to do this by yourself. You know that you've got God with you, but more importantly, you know who you are. And so I'm being coached tonight. The coach is being coached.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you guys know I pour into all of the hosts equally. And so I just want to make sure that we see success and that you always continue to want to do it, even if you decide not to do it with us, that this is something that, that you continue to want to do. And so I'm glad to be able to provide even just such an avenue that you might get one or two lessons out of tonight. The end of year show, we just wanted to make it big, so I invited all my homies to come hang out with me. So that's how it seems like such a great show.
I think it's great. I think it's a great idea. So I'm really enjoying it. So I want to thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. So now, you're 2015.
Yes, I'm excited about 2015, and I'm literally sitting here now working on my strategic plan because we're going to do some really cool things. But I do want to mention that next month, January, my focus for my show is really going to be about silence. And I know people say, oh, Rita, you're talking about silence. But I am, Latisha, because you know how important it is to me. And I want people to, some kind of way, figure out how they can incorporate it into their daily life. Because if we're not connected to spirit, then we're out there doing whatever we do, and we don't know whether it's right or wrong. And so the silence is less about talking and more about listening. So that's going to be my focus for my shows in January. And I'm going to do the first one myself, where I'm going to coach people with it. And then I've got some guests coming in there that are going to talk about meditation and yoga and other ways of being silent. So I'm looking forward to the new year. That's just January. Yeah.
Awesome.
But I think there's
Spirit Journeys, everybody, that's going to be 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. Go ahead, Rita. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's right. 8 p.m. on Tuesday. But it's interesting because I've heard a lot of people who seem unusually expectant of what's going to happen in 2015, and that's a good thing. I think folks are a lot more relaxed. Certainly the gas prices are down. I even took a picture the other day because I paid $1.99 for gas. That was like the best present ever. And so I want people to really begin to relax more and understand that God is our source. And so it doesn't matter where you're working, whether you're not working, God is your source, and you have to connect with the silence. And by the way, we had our Burn event last night. It was awesome. We had men and women at the Burn event. We spent time talking about what happened in 2014 and what we're going to burn and leave in 2014, and we had an actual fire. It was great.
Nice.
It was great.
I know it was.
Yeah.
I know it was.
Yeah.
Well, Rita, I want you to give your holiday shout-outs and give your 'tis the season for everyone.
I just want to wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful new year and expect it. Don't just hope for it. Expect it and make it happen.
I love it.
That's my holiday wish. Yeah.
And you know what, everyone? This has been Miss Rita Ricks. I thank you so much for calling into the show, and we appreciate you here. We love your show here, and I just want to continue to see you, again, grow into 2015.
And I love working with you, too, my dear. You know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.
You as well. Keep listening to the show. I'm going to put you back on mute. All right. I do have another caller who called in, and I make the joke that every time I get invited to this show, it's because I'm paying her to be on the show. So we're going to find out right now if I pay her to be on the show. Hello, Miss Tanya Free.
Hello. How are you?
I am doing so well. It is awesome to have you join me and call in tonight for your well wishes, and we're just so thankful to have the Miss Tanya Free from the Tanya Free and Friends show here.
Well, I am truly enjoying the show. I tell you, it's so inspirational. I tell you, Debra Price and Miss Jackson, I tell you, I am so full. I mean, it is just truly a blessing to hear women talking with so much inspiration. And, it is truly a blessing, because when you talk about putting God first, that's it. That is truly it. And the show is just awesome. You are awesome.
Well,
thank you
thank you.
so very much.
I pretend to be awesome so that I can inspire people to be better than me. So that's what it's all about.
What better way to end the year than to put God first?
That's
you know?
right. That is
to put God
truly
first.
right. Now, tell everybody a little bit about your show. Now, your show doesn't originally air here, but you are syndicated here. So, we appreciate and love your show as well. But let everyone know about Tanya Free and Friends show.
Well, I tell you what, I thank you for putting my show on Thursdays at 6 to 8 on your network. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And you are on my show on WCLM on Wednesdays from 2 to 4, and we talk about social and political issues, and trying to keep up with what's going on in the world. As we know, there's a lot going on, and we try to keep it real, and we talk about things with purpose, and that's what we're about. And on 2015, we're going to continue to do very much of the same thing. And
absolutely.
It's just a lot going on, and we try to, things real. That's how we do it at Tanya Free and Friends.
That's right. And sometimes real is loud, so it's not a silent real. It's not a polite real. Sometimes, it's a passionate real on your show.
Absolutely, absolutely. You've been there, so you know how we do it.
Absolutely.
So.
And everybody
and then that'd be very polite. Let me put it that way, to put it mildly.
Yeah, it's not. It depends on who's there. But everybody got to tune in on Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to TanyaFree.com because I'm actually on the panel for the New Year's Eve show as well. So we want you guys to hear us and hear us yelling.
And actually, we have some clips, so you may can actually see some of the things that we actually did on that particular day.
Oh, no. Well, just know, everybody, I tried my best to be polite, but I didn't hit anybody this time, so we good.
And we had a little fun that day. We had some fun that day. So,
what are you looking forward to in 2015? What changes are you looking to make?
Well, we're working on a couple of things, trying to put some pieces together to do some different things, maybe expand in a few days, hopefully in 2015. Our viewers are hoping that we can go beyond Wednesday for 2015, which hopefully we can. And a couple other fundraisers that hopefully we can do also for 2015 as well. So we're working on that, as well, expanding some stations and that sort of thing as well. So hopefully that'll come through for us in 2015.
Now, what are your well wishes for your audience and our audience?
Hopefully, our audience, hopefully we can do a better job as a people. As a people, we talked about that last week. As a people, as a whole, and making things better as a people. We talked about as a people, as a whole, making justice in this country. As a people, I guess I would say. One of the things I was writing about on last night, as you can see, we as a people need to be better as a people. So I guess I would say. Hopefully
I totally agree with you.
So.
I totally agree with you. Well, everyone, this has been Ms. Tanya Free. Thanks so much for stopping by and giving your shout-out. We so appreciate you, and happy holidays to you, my friend.
Well, same to you. You be good. Talk to you soon.
I'll pretend to be, and I will be talking to you soon.
Okay, be good.
Thank you. All right, and here's the last one before I bring on my next guest, because my next guest, she is waiting. Me and her, we do a lot of talking, but I have one more person who I want to say a hello to, and that is Mr. Jason DeMonico. Jason, how is it going today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I know you're traveling, so I'm not going to keep you long. I just want everybody to know that you are this wonderful artist. We've played your music on our network. We're going to play it again tonight. Did you have anything that you wanted to leave the audience with for the holiday season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a train right now because I called in earlier and had to make a transfer. I'm in New York right now working on the second album. But nonetheless, that's kind of why I have my voice down and I don't sound as charismatic as I usually am when I'm on the air. But I don't want anybody throwing anything at me, so I'm gonna try and keep it kind of low key here. But yeah, I mean, just 2015. It's really easy to get caught up in the tangible in life. I feel like it's really easy to get caught up with the materialistic views on life, and I know for me especially, I need to focus up above and not really what's going on in the horizontal, but more on the vertical, and then the horizontal just kind of takes care of itself. I don't need to explain too much on that. So I just want to encourage everybody to really dive into their prayer life, really dive into what the good book says, and really find that revelation for themselves. And that's really the best advice I could give, and really just focus more on that. As the new technology comes out and as people become more, I'd say, just self-absorbed in themselves and their surroundings, we kind of lose contact with our spiritual realm. And I really believe that's got a big thing to do with, I really believe that's everything in the end. So, just be in tune with that.
Well, Jason, you're just an amazing artist. Like I've talked to you earlier this year, and just every time we speak, I think this is probably like the fourth time, you're just more and more mature. Your head is just more and more on your shoulders, and the path before you is just rising. You're just going everywhere. So I do want you to tell everybody, because I haven't played your song yet, but I will play it later in the program, but where they can get your music.
Of course. And I just wanted to thank you again for having me on the show and inviting me on. It's really, whenever I'm asked to do an interview or just to, be on the air of some show on like, just online or on the radio, I'm very humbled. So thank you, for having me on again, Latisha.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, iTunes, Jason D'Amico, JasonDamico. You can find my music. We also have hard copies as well. If you're in the North Carolina and New York area, please check out jasondamico.com, same spelling, for all the shows. Come by, say hey, shake hand, make a friend. We'll give you a signed copy. You can meet the band, and we'll have a good time. And, YouTube as well. Be on the lookout for the music video. I actually just saw it today. It is completed in the editing process, which is great, and they've been doing a great job at that with TC Music, my management team. So it's all coming together, and that should be coming out in January. All that should be found the beginning of the year.
And, we're working with your management team, so as soon as they approve the video, we're going to get our hands on a copy of it, too. It's going to be released within our digital magazine, so we're looking forward to it. Now, I know you're traveling, so I want you to go ahead and give your holiday shout-outs to your friends, family, whoever you want to give a shout-out to as well, Jason.
Sure. Just once again, just mainly the fans. Without you guys, we wouldn't be moving forward with this step by step. And we're still at the beginning process of the career. We don't really have much to fluff our feathers about, and nonetheless, even if we were playing the Garden, we wouldn't have anything to really fluff our feathers about anyway, because it's all art. And whether you're playing in front of 25, 50,000 people or just, some friends in your backyard, it's all the same. And it's all about collectivism and bringing people together and telling stories and changing lives. So, just to the fans for their support and their faith in the whole New Blue emblem and the whole community. So pretty much that.
Absolutely.
And all the people that surround that.
Now, there's one person I was looking for you to give a shout-out to, and you didn't. I'm going to get you. And that's your mom. She is like the
of course. Of course. No, of course. And, I mean, my parents are to me, they're the strongest people I know, best people I know. They obviously have been a huge influence in my life. And, it's once again, it's just huge blessing to have both of them, and even involved in the day-to-day business and artistry as far as New Blue goes, New Blue Entertainment, because they're part owners in that. which we signed as just an LLC this year. So it's very great to have them on board. Nobody's going to take care of you better than your parents, and nobody's going to look out for you better than your parents, especially in the same business. So it's very cool to have them on board.
Yeah, she and I talk sometimes, and she lets me know when you're near. So she's always looking out for you, and I love that about her, and I love that about your background, your structure, because you have good people supporting you. So I definitely love that every time that she contacts me. So I'm just so appreciative.
Yeah,
of that.
It's a very unique story. It definitely doesn't have that rock and roll timbre to it, but the music screams rock and roll. But the story behind it's more or less like I was raised in the church, and we all have our ups and downs, we all have our pitfalls and everything. But it's pretty much I've had a solid rock with my parents, so it's very fortunate for that.
That's right. Well, Jason, again, thanks so much for stopping by and saying hello to everyone. I know the next time you're going to come on, you're going to come with the enthusiasm, because then you won't have to be quiet. But I'm still loving it. But you know what? We're definitely wishing you a safe journey and into this new year. We know you're going to have so much success. So just stay connected with us. And like I said, we're going to play your song later on today.
Awesome. Thanks again for the time. We're looking forward to getting the second CD out. We'll get you guys a copy.
Awesome. Always looking forward to it, guys. This is my rocker friend right here, guys. This is Jason, so we're definitely appreciative to him. But if I don't get my next speaker on, I'm telling you, I think she's going to come to Virginia and get me. So, without further ado, I have this amazing, amazing young woman. She is the reigning, because I have to say these title things, the reigning Miss Corporate America. She's also a coach. She's also the uncuffed living expert. She's a mom. She's a wife, and I know she has 1,000 other titles. But without further ado, let me bring on the wonderful Coach Caprice Smith. Hello, Caprice. How's it going this evening?
Ma'am. How are you? Look, I'm the queen of patience.
Right. If y'all could only see what she says to me, y'all would be like, "Oh my gosh, she's so abusive to her." No, I'm just teasing. I love everything that you have been, just doing. You're just so giggly right now.
Oh my God!
My friends I can pick on. So if I don't pick on you, that says something. But I know that you have been just doing so many great things, and you're campaigning 10 or 20 different things right now. And some of the things that you have been campaigning is the Miss Corporate America pageant that's coming out again next March. It comes every March, and so you're as the reigning champion, you have to be out there spreading the good word.
I have. I've been busy. Oh my God! Just today, I met with most of my clients to close out their 2014 and begin their 2015. And I'm just fired up. So yes, the Miss Corporate America pageant is just one thing I'm promoting. It is the only pageant that shines the spotlight on women in business. So I like to say, I was never a pageant girl. If you were to meet me, you may find that a little bit hard to believe, because I love heels, makeup, and shoes, and big hair. But I never had been in any pageant, and I found the Miss Corporate America pageant all the way in Florida. So I left Maryland, went down and competed, and brought home the crown. And I'm so excited that I'm bringing a posse back. I like you, Latisha, I roll with a posse. So I am taking a group back, and we're hopefully going to keep that crown really close to home. But we just love to talk about the pageant system because it's so awesome.
And you know what? And it is awesome. I remember just your journey from last year, everything that you were doing to get yourself set up and excited. And, and I remember you were doing an interview for us live on your show, and you didn't have on your crown and your sash. And I said to you, if you don't put that crown and sash on, you was like, do you think this is appropriate? I said, I don't care if you're walking in the middle of the street selling Girl Scout cookies. You wear that crown and sash everywhere. And you did not disappoint after that.
Yeah, so it really is all your fault. It is all your fault. I tried to be humble. I tried to hold back. You gave me that green light, and there's my family members, my sons, and my sisters. They're like, if you put it on one more time, Mama, one more time.
Just don't give them my address. Don't tell them where I live. They can curse me out on social media. It's okay, but I just don't want to, But no, you have been doing such a great job with it, and I know that's not just your only job. Like I said, you are a coach. You're a business coach. You specialize in women entrepreneurs that try to get their mindset right for what they need to do in business. Tell us a little bit about what you do as a coach.
Absolutely. I'm actually the only uncuffed living expert in the entire world, and I did it because it pains me to see so many strong and empowered women try to fake their way to success and happiness. They pretend it is all good all the time. We don't have any issues or problems. So what I teach them how to do is to come from behind that fake smile, let it be authentic and genuine. Get angry when you're supposed to get angry. Get it off your chest if it needs to come off, and stop hiding behind the mess that we think the world is going to judge us for. You're probably 100% correct. You will be judged. Okay, and what's next? I teach people how to use the mess that comes along with being who they are, how to use that in their business, because I know the one thing they try to hide the most is going to be the one thing that people are going to see. It's going to be so obvious. So what I teach them is to use it, celebrate it. Don't try to fix it. Use it. Put it to work. Don't try to eliminate it unless it really should be gone. In that case, you should be doing the self-work to get rid of it, but use it. Even in your using it, that has some specialness to it. So I believed, and I found myself, because I was that woman that really believed I had it all together, and I had developed this, I don't really need anyone. I can figure it out myself. Oh, the world is, not accepting this, and they must be jealous. No, sometimes people are calling a spade, and they see it 100% correctly, and it's just a hard pill for us to accept. But what I teach the women that I work with, because I work with women in business, is I teach them that if you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living, and your clients will know. And that means they will not invest in your junk. They will not believe in you until you do. Until you've completed the self-work, guess what? You can't go out and help save the world or help that next person or help your business or make it grow or draw in the right client to you. Now, I know I've said a lot, Latisha, and the girl, don't open the door, because I don't know if you need me to shut it down. You want to shut it down.
That's what it's for today. I don't pass my mic to anybody unless I know what they're going to say is going to be worth saying.
I know that's right, so I'm going to keep saying it. This is the bottom line, ladies. It is 2014. We are almost, a little over 24 hours away from a brand new year, and what you're going to see is, I'm going to tell you, get prepared. You're going to see all of these amazing revelations like, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to be 10 times better. I have all these goals in front of me. Away with all the mess in 2014. I'm going to be so different. And what happens is one day after New Year's Eve, or actually 2 days after New Year's Eve, after we wake up from probably celebrating too much, what happens is we realize that nothing has really changed. Because you can't always fake your way till you make it. Sometimes you have to fall drop dead, center on your knees when it's just you, yourself, and God alone in that corner, in that room, looking in that mirror, and you realize that you've wronged people, you've misused yourself, you've mistreated yourself, you've neglected your husband, you've not given attention to your family, you're showing one version of yourself to the world. When you go behind those closed doors, you don't even be around yourself because you're miserable. So what happens is you get to a point where that is painful. It causes you headache. You are putting money, you're going shopping, you get one client, and you go on a shopping spree because you have to look good for that next same client in 2 days or one more client. When you're trying to portray you have 100 when you really only have 2. So don't go out and spend the money you haven't made yet. Don't spend the money, invest it back in your business. And don't spend the time. If you have 2 clients, you should not be spending 100 hours a week on those 2 clients. So my system is really, really, really simple. It is, you have got to use that specialness about you, and you have got to create very clear boundaries. You have to develop whatever it is you're supposed to do in the world. Like, I'm the only uncuffed living expert. I'm the only retired police detective who suited up for 20 years in Baltimore City, a mother of 4 boys, married to my amazing husband who drives me crazy still for 15 years, where we continue to laugh together. But he's like the biggest mirror to me. But getting back to the point, I'm the only one who has survived child abuse, dating violence, domestic violence, all types of relationship violence and abuse. I've survived the unhealthy communication, self-hate. I've survived those things. And no, I may not be the only retired detective or the only author or the only speaker, but I'm the only one of me in the world, just like you're the only one of you in the world. Until you learn how to use that good stuff that you've gone through and that you were meant to, birthed for and meant to be great in, until you learn how to use it, you're going to continue to get mad because someone else is going to be figuring out your taglines and your punchlines and how you're supposed to speak to your clients. And guess what? They're not going to be afraid to do it. So this is what you guys need to do. Instead of making all these brand new affirmation statements, and I love vision boards, don't get me wrong, I do them myself. But until you truly do the self-work, settle down now, look yourself in the mirror, and talk to those people who really and truly have your back before you can go and get one client, I need you to just sit back, recognize what you have gone through up to this point in your life. And before you call it a business, make sure you're doing a couple of things. You're paying your taxes. It is either an LLC, a nonprofit, a sole proprietor, whatever you choose to make it. Before you call yourself that thing, make it legitimate, and then make it yours. Don't copy someone else's. Don't be some poorly executed version of what you think you're supposed to be or someone else's whatever. Like there are like a million coaches in the world. Don't be that next one. Be that next big deal that everybody wants to know about, that just won't stop and it won't quit. And whether people like you or not, they stand up and take notice. That's what I want for you guys in 2015.
Now, that was Coach Caprice Smith. Let me tell you something. Y'all just got a free coaching session, so where can we donate our money? No. So, let's go back to – exactly. So let's even go back, and we're looking at the brand. Now, we're still talking about the coach, and we're looking at the brand. And so, you have your coaching material, you have DVDs, you have books. And speaking of a book, we just dropped a book, thanks to your brand, for women in business, the keys to uncuffed living. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it because I've been selling books. I've been asking everybody. And the child of God, I even tried to sell one to Caprice, y'all, because that's just how I do. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the book, since we are in a collaboration with you?
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, I don't even know if book is the proper word for it. That thing is the Bible. Let me tell you, when you guys were sending the information to me, I was like, oh, you know how you cook a great dish and you can't stop tasting it because it tastes so good? So I'm thinking, okay, I needed to do behind-the-scenes things, but you guys kept sending all this great information. I was, so excited to be the first one to preview it and get it, to put it all together before the world got to it. That thing is going to be a Bible. I cannot wait for your Latisha. First of all, you are so behind the scenes. When I tell you, guys, you've heard everyone else show up and say, oh, we love you, ha, 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 foo, foo, foo. Let me tell you the real deal. You can tell by the excitement in my voice. When I show up, it's like cartwheel, like the Tasmanian devil. Oh, crap, it's breaking loose. And then everything settles down, and we're having fun, and we're laughing. But Latisha is that one presence in the room. When I look at her and she gives me that mama look, I'm thinking, okay, I'll behave. I try to do one of my sons, because Latisha has such this presence about her. When I tell you the calm in the midst of a storm, that's you. So your keys are so phenomenal. It's just mind-boggling. I didn't know you had it in you. I was like, wow. Girl, you should always be up front. So it was just mind-blowing. When your followers get a taste of that version of you, they're, I'm sure, going to want you to be a part of their collaborations, and they're going to want more of your own. So I am so over the top. It is so much more than a book, because I feel that way about all of the collaborators. You guys have your own. This is your world-renowned, award-winning business women from all across the country. We have PA, Maryland. You guys are just coming from all over, and you are just so unselfish about what you want to share with other women who are still struggling a little bit, because we don't all, like in some area of our lives, we all can stand to improve and we all need help. And I think that because it's so diverse with so many different nationalities, you guys are going to speak to each type of woman who will dare pick up that book and be changed and transformed. So you guys are the first key holders, and I'm just so like a proud mama saying it, like saying in my chest, like, oh my God, I can't believe. I'm just so excited. This uncuffed movement is just going to change the world. You guys are the pioneers, and I'm so excited. You said yes. Yes, yes, yes. The copies are flying off the shelves. It's just humbling. It's very humbling.
Absolutely. And I reached out to a couple of people who I knew, not to say even needed the book, but I just wanted to be able to share that experience with. Those are the people who I reached out to first. I said, listen, this is the first type of project in this nature that I took a part of, and I want to share it with you. And everyone, like you said, we said yes. Everybody said yes to me. And so everyone who has already pre-ordered from me, you know that you're getting I'm going to sign those copies out to you and get them out to you. I'm expecting my shipment by the 12th, so you have something to look forward to get yourself together for 2015, because as you stated, it's not just about my chapter. It's being able to discover all of these other women's chapters and how they see things and how they respond to uncuffing themselves in these different areas. So I know that it was, a great success. I know we have a book tour that's going to be coming up, so you definitely want to look for that. And, and this is all under the Uncuffed brand. So, we thank you so much, Caprice, for allowing us to be a part of it.
Of course. It's just so many exciting things happening for me right now. It's just a great time in my life. The Uncuffed thing just really took off and grew unexpectedly. The whole Uncuffed elevation where we flew airplanes, and we have our range dates coming up. There's so many great collaborations happening in 2015. Oh, and Latisha, we are, I'm seeking, ladies, it's your chance to tell your story. If you are a woman who has experienced divorce, or if you're a woman in fashion, because those are some of the other different type of collaborations that we're looking forward to. But, Latisha, I can't show up and still not speak to my women in business who we just finished Christmas and the holiday season, so you guys probably spent all your money and cash on it, and you're thinking of creative ways to make your business still very relevant and bring in cash. I just want to remind you, my big thing is always recognize that drama in your dreams and use that drama in your dreams. It's going to be there. Don't run from it. But when you realize that drama in your dreams didn't kill you, just dream bigger. Let's get uncuffed in 2015. So I'm just so, so excited. I want everybody to be uncuffed. I want every woman in the business to know that we believe that glass high heel shoes are so much better than glass ceilings. We don't believe in stop and limits and, don't follow your dreams, don't do what you're supposed to do. And you know what, Latisha, I want to also bring in, because I don't think you even talked enough about, I've been listening to this show. It's been so great, and one of the hosts showed up and said it feels really good to be poured into. So I thank all of the other hosts and the people who have been interviewed on the show so far. It's a really, really great show. I'm learning so much. But you don't speak enough about the May We Help You Radio. Girl, you're doing it. You have done in 2014. You did it. Kudos. How many times did you hear, way to go? You did it in such a short time. You should see how my chest sticks out so far when I'm like, and this is my, you checked out the magazine. Well, you checked out the first cover. I was on the first cover. It's like you give us so much bragging rights, and you give us so many just different perks. So I'm just humbled and just excited to be a part of this network.
Let me tell you, I met my first fanatic fan. It was hilarious. I wasn't expecting it, and I was on a different show. I already plugged the Tanya Free and Friends show. You definitely want to listen to that show, political talk, and sometimes it's nice and sometimes it's not. And it was at one point, me and this guy was kind of in a little argument, and so I think during the show he ain't like me at all. And then as we're leaving, he says, "Oh, you said you're an entrepreneur." He wasn't saying it, nasty, because after the show is over, everybody's nice to each other. So he says, so what is it that you do? And I said, I own a radio network, kind of low playing it. I never even said the name. So then he said, oh, okay. I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, this show is syndicated. And he said, wait a minute. Is it May We Help You? I said, yeah. He says, I'm such a fan. And it was, just like you said, it was humbling because I don't go out and brag about it. I'm going to talk about the network, but I'm going to talk about my host. I'm going to talk about the app because I want you to listen to the shows. I'm going to talk about the magazine because I want you to know more about what the hosts and what they're doing out in the world. But I never really related back to me because I know that it's bigger than me.
I love that.
So,
and
that's one of the things that I think if more people looked at their business and whatever it is that they do, that your services, your products are bigger than you. If you're out there and supposed to be pouring into other people, it's almost to say, how dare you try to always put yourself first, because then how are you helping someone if you're only thinking of yourself? So, that's kind of where that comes from. But, we'll talk. All the hosts feel the same way. They're like, you don't put yourself enough forward into it. And but you know what? To all the listeners, that is also so you don't know who owns it. You appreciate the network for the network and not for the person who is the owner of the network. So I that's why I do that. But
you're such a great leader. We love you, Latisha. Oh my God.
Stop it. Now, we've been to a lot of events, and I actually have a clip that I want to play to just kind of say all of the events that we have been a part of this year, because we have, between myself, you, and Cherie Cofield, I think we have been everywhere. Now, a lot of our other hosts, they go to a lot of events. Not all of them do live coverage or interviews there. So this one is definitely a good little clip for that. You got time for me to play it, Caprice?
Oh, yeah, I've already sent the text. You got me started talking now.
Good. All right, so I'm going to play this clip, guys, for you really quickly. Me and Caprice are going to be right back. We're not going anywhere. I'm not going on commercial. I really just want y'all to hear this clip. It's everywhere that we have been. It's not even everywhere. It's just some of the popular places that we have been this year, and we're looking forward to going to again next year as well.
We are live at Heal a Woman, Heal a Nation conference, and I am here at the Charm City Jazz Grown and Sexy Smooth Jazz and R&B concert, and I am here at the B2B networking event here at the Creative Hub, tuned in to May We Help You Radio Network. And what better way to start our Saturday morning than with a brisk walk with the Miss Ernestine Shepherd Consecutive Community Walk. We are here at Druid Hill Lake.
May We Help You Radio. You are listening to this awesome live broadcast from She Rose Awards.
And we are here with none other than the Mr. Stephen Drake, the man of the hour. I am coming from you today at the BAM event, the BAMM, Business Acceleration Marketing and Management, hosted by the wonderful people at PRO Richmond.
We're so excited to be live. We are actually at Cherie Cofield International's 4th annual Let's Get Serious Health, Wellness, and Fitness Expo.
Welcome to Rosa's 2nd annual Business Unconditional Love Retreat with May We Help You Radio Network.
I am here with the awesome Joan Henry of the Women's Entrepreneur Expo.
And we are here at the True Smith Celebrity Meet and Greet.
I'm broadcasting live from Girlfriend Therapy.
We're back, and we are here at Style to the Aisle, a bride's runway. I am here at the Women's Challenge event. They presented Pasta with a Purpose, and I am here in Owings Mills at Fashion Spa House. And tonight I have the privilege of covering the K. Michelle Show here at the Palladium. Tonight I have the privilege of being at the Charm City Jazz concert. We are here at the Fashion Lifestyle Meet and Greet.
And we are having fun at the Total Wellness Expo.
Hello, everyone. This is Cherie Cofield, your stress manager.
And Caprice Smith, your uncuffed living expert.
And we are super excited to be representing May We Help You Radio Network today. We are at the My Favorite Things, a celebration of Maryland businesses.
So welcome to Motivate. We are at the top Richmond's newest, hottest club. So we are here at the Women Entrepreneur Expo in October.
The 2014 Playtime is Over conference.
And you know what? We have just been everywhere. Caprice, just listening to that clip.
Oh, my God. We have been so busy.
We've we've been some busy ladies. You know, for the ladies that go out there and wear heels, if we had to look at our heels by the time we were done with some of these events, the treads on them would be gone because we are so many different places. What does your 2015 look like?
Oh, man, that was great. But, you know, it's all so much fun. Oh, my. So 2015 is going to be so much better than 2014. It just keeps getting better. Now, I will tell you, we've taken May We Help You just to every state, every place imaginable, onto ABC, to the Chew, to Dr. Oz, and it's going to keep getting better. We have all kind of book tours planned. The Uncuffed movement is just happening. May We Help You Radio Network is just growing at a speed that it's hard for me to keep up with, and that's saying a lot because I'm usually pretty in tune with what's happening. Your listeners, if you guys are paying attention right now, you do not want to miss Saturday mornings if you are a woman in business. If you really want to live uncuffed and you want to make the money that you're hoping to make in 2015, I have about 3 or 4 different book collaborations happening at the same time. There's so many different uncuffed movements. We're going to the gun range. We're going back to the airplanes, white water sailing or rafting, whatever it's called, the wild water rafting, sailing. My son has to say it for me or break it down for me because he's in Boy Scouts, and I probably won't be the one in the interview. I'll be watching everyone else because I have to take notes. Someone has to stand to the side and take notes. So that'll be me. I'm not getting there, but I'm going to watch everyone else do it. And they're trying to convince me to jump out of an airplane. That probably won't happen either because someone has to stay on the ground and tell the story. That'll be me standing on the ground telling the story. But I'll be encouraging everyone else to go for it. And we just have so many wonderful things happening. And more importantly, I am just celebrating that I get to crown a new queen and relax a bit and really just enjoy the moments as they're unfolding, enjoying my white spaces and my quiet times and my amazing husband and family, and listen to my own show. I tell everyone when I do my show that I have my app, my May We Help You Radio app. I have it downloaded, and I actually listen to the quality radio there because the alternative is the traditional radio. When I'm in my car, I have my phone playing Maybe Help You Radio. I don't even turn on the traditional radio because it's just such a different quality. You guys are missing it if this app is not in your phone, you're missing great aha moments. You're missing a lot of free insight. Now, the type of radio you're getting here is a type of coaching and insight that I know I personally paid thousands of dollars for, that a lot of people pay a lot of big, heavy money for, because I know how dedicated all of the DJs are. All of them are just very inviting. They'll give you the shirt off their back, and they are very serious about what they are giving to their audience at their time. It's just amazing. I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm just excited about life right now.
I can. Well, let me ask you, you are excited about life right now, but that's what we need. We need some enthusiasm in our life, right? Now, let me ask you, well, not to say ask you, I want you to go ahead and give your holiday shout-out to your family, friends, anybody who's on your list.
Absolutely. But before I go, I cannot leave without giving my 5 keys to success and happiness, and I'll do it quickly. The first is to always honor your uniqueness. The second is exactly what you do, Latisha. Not Latisha, because that's not your name, Latisha. The second is to empower others. You have got to help your sister, your brother. You've got to help other people. It's just as simple as that. You have to complete the self-work. Stop faking it and do the self-work. Get it done. Set goals that stretch you and scare the crap out of you, because if you're not scared, you're not stretching enough, and you have to forgive. Where you forgive, you eliminate all that mess, and you create all this opportunity and space for all the good stuff to come in. And remember, if you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living, and your clients will know. So for my shout-outs, for my women in business, yes, you are superwoman, but you don't have to be. You can be a regular woman who shows up, who's living in those moments as they're unfolding, really, truly enjoying life, and it doesn't always have to be hard. Work does not have to be hard and strenuous. You can do exactly what you want to do, what you love to do, what you were birthed to do, and you can do it in a way that you are thriving and your family's thriving and your legacy is being built. All you have to do is to honor your uniqueness and to serve God. Serve him in a way that he wants to be served. Give him your very best, and he'll give you his very best, and give yourself your very best. And then you can help others. So my shout-out tonight, ladies, is listen. Put your hands in the air, put your wrists together, and just break away. And as you're gradually breaking away, release all of that bondage of that lack, that limiting belief, that self-hate, that regret, all that mess, all the things you felt like you've been wrong, focusing on your haters. Forget about them. Focus on your supporters. Release those bondages. Uncuff yourself. 2015 is coming. You are going to be ready. Step into it. Leap into it. But enjoy it the whole time. And I have got to give a shout-out to my husband because he has put up with every manic moment, every excited attitude at 12 o'clock at night when I want to run a great by him and he wants to go to sleep or he wants me to go to sleep. He's put up with that. So I just love him for being exactly who he is, and my children and my church family for always constantly praying for me. So Transformation of Life Church, I love you. And for my May We Help You Radio Network family, without you guys, I seriously doubt I would have seen the level of success that I saw so quickly and get all the support instantly with everything that I do. So thank you, Latisha.
Absolutely, my darling. And I don't want you to go without telling all of the women listening today and even men who can utilize these tools how they can get in touch with you because we definitely want to make sure that you are being poured into as well.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. Visit CapriceSmith.com for a few reasons. Right now, you can go ahead and get your keys to living uncuffed. You can order your book right from the website, or as Latisha says, contact her. I'm going to get in trouble.
That's right.
Contact
That's right. Don't get it from that website. You better contact me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Or contact her. But CapriceSmith.com on all of the social medias. It's Caprice Smith or Caprice Lives Uncuffed. I'm everywhere. It's very easy to find. I'm the one with the crown and the big hair and the big smile and usually a joke somewhere not too far behind. But in all seriousness, if you just type in Uncuffed Caprice, I should come right up, connect with me. Another reason to go to CapriceSmith.com is going to give you a free download of the things you wish you knew when you were 21. There are a lot of things I know now that I wish I knew when I was 21, some real success secrets, and it's a free download. You don't even need a passcode. Just go there to CapriceSmith.com. It awaits you. And I have a newsletter. I give you weekly tips, uncuffed living tips, in my newsletter and daily tips on my social media. So there's a lot of reasons to connect and follow me. I welcome it. I follow back. And I love to speak. I know you guys can tell. So if you're looking for that next great speaker that's going to amaze your audience, get them out of their chairs, get them thinking about themselves and falling in love with you because you brought this girl to them, you definitely want to go to CapriceSmith.com and make it happen. It has been an awesome year. Let's make it a better next year.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, everyone, this has been the wonderful Coach Caprice Smith. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I had fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, again, you can listen to Coach Caprice's show here on May We Help You Radio Network. She is on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What that means to you is that if you don't get your butt out of bed, you can go back and listen to the replay. You know, we're on iTunes, Stitcher. We have our own app. We're on 20 different podcasting sites and all of that great stuff. So we definitely want you to catch up with the shows. Now, I'm going to take a commercial break. Before I do so, I'm going to play again the contest because we want to make sure that you get your free copy of Keys to Uncuffed Living. If Caprice didn't get you excited about it, I don't know what will. So remember, you got to listen to the mix and tell us what shows, intros are in this mix, and you can either send it to us on any of the social media by hashtag MWHY Radio. And or you can email it to us, go to our site, however you want to submit your entry, because we want to make sure you get this. So I'm going to play this clip, then we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Erica A. Murray. Right before I bring her on, we do have another caller that came in, but you're going to be able to get those international business tools that you need tonight to get your year started off right. So here is that mix, guys. Enjoy.
This
5, 6, get up inside the mix. 7, 8.
May We Help You Radio is thebomb.com. And the reason I'm stopping by today is because all that you do as well. You take this message to folks that can't be here, or they're here and they want to hear it a second or third time. So thank you for all you do. You're incredible.
And thanks so much for hanging out with us here on the May We Help You Radio Network. This is our end-of-year show, and we are taking 2014 out with a bang. We have so many people who have been calling the lines, hitting me up on Facebook and Twitter and all of these other great places. So I got to tell you, the Marsha Sneed Williams, the Butterfly Queen, she is sending her hugs and her butterflies to say hello to all the guests and all the hosts here on the network, and she would be remiss to say that she loves you, and she's looking forward to 2015 for the Butterfly Queen After Dark radio show. So we definitely want to say thank you so much to Marsha Sneed Williams for sending in her well wishes and her love. Now, I do have on the line another host who have called in. She has been patiently waiting so that she can say her well wishes to all of the guests and followers as well. So, hello, Joan Henry.
Hello, Miss Latisha M.
How are you doing, my darling?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I cannot complain. Now, I know that, you've had such a great 2014. You want to tell everybody about your show that airs here on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, absolutely. And I was rocking to the clip, my intro music. I rock to my own intro.
Oh, so you're giving that away. You're another one giving a clue away. So you want to tell people that in that mixed down clip, that's the contest clip, that the Joan Henry radio show, your intro is included in that?
I'm so sorry. I'm just having fun. But before I talk about my show, Latisha, let me first say congrats to you. I'm super excited to be on your network, the May We Help You Radio Network. And it has been an amazing journey for me for the past 6 months, and I don't think you're going to be able to get rid of me even if you try. So with that being said, the Joan Henry Radio Show, like you said, is on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the show, okay. So the show is basically another avenue that I use to promote entrepreneurship. I have a platform, the Women's Entrepreneur Expo. So to ensure that I'm able to take entrepreneurship not only locally but internationally, I became the host of the Joan Henry Radio Show, and that is exactly what it does, promote entrepreneurships where entrepreneurs can connect with other like-minded individuals and to see how they could take their business from one level to another. And on my show, it features guests who speak on a variety of business and motivational topics. We've covered the mindset, recognizing opportunities, creative thinking, problem solving, goal setting, and just a host of other motivational and business-related topics. I also have guests from multi-level marketing and franchising and several other business concepts. So great. I'm just excited to be on the network, and I love my show. I look forward to doing my show every Saturday at 2 p.m.
Excellent. And you do such a great job, and you do secure wonderful guests that are able to pour into businesses, and they don't have to pay for it. They just tune in, and they can get that free help, advice, and guidance. Now, I do want you to give your shout-outs for your family, your friends, anyone who's listening going into 2015.
Okay. Well, first I want to shout out my two sons, Andre and Javon. Of course, the May We Help You Radio Network family, all my listening audience, and just everyone. I hope that you guys are looking forward to a great 2015, because I am.
I know that's right. What do you have going on in 2015? What can we look forward to?
In 2015, I have three major, well, it's more than three, but first one is I'm looking forward to the 7th semi-annual Women's Entrepreneur Expo. That's my baby. That's a big deal for me. I have been hosting the expo in Maryland for the past about to be 7 years, and I'm just super excited about that event. So that's my baby. And then in January, for those of us listening, please tune in to my series for the month of January. I'm bringing a special series called The Power of a Positive Mindset. That will be the topic where all my guests will be speaking on. They will be speaking on the same topic in their own special way. I have coming in January Dr. Ruben West, Delana K. Watkins, Chris Bridges, Tony Restrepo, and, of course, Mr. Jay Lee. So I don't want you all to miss that series. It's a great way to start your 2015. And, of course, one of the other things that I will be doing is the launching of my new coaching academy that I will help other women to start or to reinvent their business. So everything that I do, the Women's Entrepreneur Expo, my coaching academy that is about to launch, the radio show, it's all about promoting entrepreneurship, and I just love what I do.
Awesome. Well, Joan, thanks so much for stopping by. This is one of my sisters right here, I tell you. And, you just do an amazing job. I'm just super excited for your series and for your 7th annual, semi-annual at this point now, event for your Women's Entrepreneur Expo. But just thank you so much for entrusting us with your baby as well and being a part of the network.
No problem. I thank you for being a part of my network.
Well, thank you so much, and you enjoy the rest of your holiday season.
You too, Latisha M. Talk to you later.
All right, dear. And as I stated, I have to bring on this amazing woman. What can we say about this young lady that hasn't already been said? I tell you, she is just one of the women who came to us and we're so thankful that she also entrusted her brand to the May We Help You Radio Network. She is a serious entrepreneur, business owner in multiple countries, not just in the state, but in multiple countries. And she has been living this life the way that we all want to live and deserve to be. And if you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to figure out why is your business stagnant, it's probably because you're still trying to sell to your neighbors. She is teaching you how to be global. Miss Erica A. Murray, how is it going tonight?
Oh, I'm well. How are you doing today?
You know I am doing very, very well tonight. Such a big night. We're getting so many wonderful, wonderful acclamations, and I just could not wait to talk to you. We had to save you for last, but you know that doesn't mean that we saved you for last for any reason other than you is Erica A. Murray.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So the show has been wonderful.
I appreciate
the show has been
it.
wonderful. I've been listening to the women and a lot of the things that they said, and they're all moving in the right direction.
Absolutely, and that's what we want. We want to see that people are progressing in their business. They're not stagnant, that they actually have a focus and they're serious about what they do. And no one is more in tune with the business world than you are. I know that, for people who may just be tuning in, we are now talking to Erica A. Murray. You have a show Thursdays at noon, the Ultimate International Business Experience, and it is an experience. I mean, I think you've actually only talked to maybe 2 people that's actually from the U.S. Everyone else has been from other countries. We've also learned etiquette and business sense from 2 or 3 countries from you right now, and and it's just going forward and going forward. So what can you tell the listening audience about your show?
I think that it represents it represents everyone. It represents what everyone in business goes through, and I think that people need to realize that it happens on more of a global scale than just oh, woe, it's me. No, it's really everyone. In order for you to overcome that, you need to be connected to other people that can share with you how to get past those moments in your business, and also how to collaborate with people who don't live within your region.
And this is something that I think a lot of people who are looking to expand their business never even thought that the possibility of international business and being able to market themselves in different countries was even possible. They think it's going to be too much of a roadblock to do that. And what do you have to say to those people who aren't even considering it because they think it's going to be a roadblock for them?
First of all, I think that a roadblock is a roadblock. You can experience that domestically. I think that people need to think bigger of their businesses than they actually do. So if you don't have a large vision for your business, then your business is going to be small. And I don't ever like to use the term small business, because people are in business, and you have to start off small before it's anything large. So basically, you're in business. I have a business. To say that it's small, to me, it's a stagnated, and I think that subliminally you're sending yourself, it's small, and it probably should be small.
I like that answer. You know that, and that's what it is. And that's what we like to deal with. We like to deal with the beginnings, the people who are stagnant, because we can give them the model in a sense that they are bigger than what they are. That's the whole standpoint of May We Help You. We bring you the tools and the tips that you need to be successful in the business lifestyle that you have selected for yourself. So, it just makes sense. Now, besides just being this wonderful entrepreneur, having, like I said, businesses in multiple countries, doing everything that you do, you mentor, you teach, you put together conferences. Tell us about some of the work that you have done and are looking forward to doing as well.
Well, I do believe in teaching, because I believe that we should be lifelong learners. The moment, again, you've heard me say this before, the moment you stop learning is the moment you start existing. When you're existing, you're present without participation. And who really wants to be in that position? So if we're not constantly learning, and if someone's not constantly teaching you, because, again, we learn through teaching others. We learn one or two things, what to do or what not to do. Or we learn what enhances us to go a little bit further. So I think that teaching should be at the basis of every business owner, because you need to be able to teach your employees how you want them to market your business. You should be able to teach your friends and your family how to market your business. So we should always be in a teachable state. Yes, I've put together some conferences in the past, and, of course, you and I are going to collaborate in 2015 with the Power of 52, the Power of 52 Women, which is going to be something that's totally exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And then also, just to put together the conferences that move people forward. You and I both have spent thousands of dollars on conferences that is just information. There's no forward movement. We're all excited when we're there. We paid thousands of dollars, and then when we get back home, we're back in the same position we were before we left. That's not the type of conferences I put together. I don't have conferences that encompasses a large number of people simply because I can't answer questions and I can't make an impact. So that's one of the unique things about the conferences that I put together. It's probably no more than 50 to 60 people in the room at one time, because I need to be able to move the participants forward. I need to be able to be more hands-on with them and to give them a little bit more insight to their situation.
And you know what? And that's what we look forward to from you. It's not a big conference where you can kind of get lost in the information. You don't get to touch everybody. When you're in a more intimate setting, you make it more personal that way. And people can get that growth that they're going to need because they don't see you as the person that's on the stage. They see you as, like you said, the mentor that's right there, hands-on doing and dealing with them directly. So, like you said, we're definitely collaborating in some conferences coming up. The Power of 52 Women is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And I know that, this is something that you have been working on, and I'm coming in, and we're just going to, take it to that next level. Would you like to tell us about the Power of 52 Women? Let's get these women excited tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. If I could, I'd like to quote Hillary Clinton. She said, women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world. And what happens is women don't realize their power in the workplace today. And I think you and I have spoken about this before. You had more female CEOs appointed after the market crash to most major corporations than ever in history, because now you're being respected for your skill set and your talent. And then also we have the second group of women who are becoming entrepreneurs, which is the largest group of entrepreneurs that are growing by leaps and bounds. And with the Power of 52 Women, what we're trying to do is to establish new collaborations between them, strengthen their abilities, and garner them access to finances for expansion. One of the things that women have to know is that nothing is more important than the sustainability in their businesses. So if your business is not set up to be sustainable and you're functioning in what I reference as exaggerated visibility, and let me define exaggerated visibility, because what people do is, I'm here, I'm there, I'm a part of this, I'm a part of that. Okay, yeah, your visibility is exaggerated, but your pocket is poor. So what you want to do is to make certain that you're able to get into networks that are effective and efficient for you. People do it every day in their lives. They're a life for this and they're a life for that, and everybody knows me. And it's exaggerated visibility. At the end of the day, they're still empty on the inside. And at the end of the day, your office that people come in is still empty. So you have to be able to define yourself in a place that's sustainable. And the only way that you're going to be sustainable is if you're in global business. So that's what we want to do with the Power of 52 Women, is to bring these women together, help them to establish new business collaborations with ease. That's the key. We want to be able to do it with ease, because sometimes for people it's not easy to collaborate. It's a lot of trust issues that go on in business, and I don't want to share my network, or you're going to take this or you're going to take that. Someone said a little bit earlier, you have to go into things with the mindset of giving, because what you want to happen for yourself, you must first make happen for someone else. And if you don't understand that in business, you're going to have either a very short-lived business opportunity, or you're going to be trying to do it by yourself. And in business, there's nothing that you can do alone. Let me change that. There's nothing notable you can do alone. You do a lot of things by yourself, but you need the strength of numbers in order for you to move yourself forward to a different paradigm. And then we want to be able to strengthen their abilities. I believe that women have to understand the benefit in not only investing in a pair of Christian Louboutins, but to invest in the education not only of themselves and their business, but their staff. You have to be able to bring people in to educate your staff. You have to be a student. I'm one of those people, when you talked about the book, you and I were talking, you say, hey, I want you to buy this book. And while I'm on the phone with you, I pay for the book. And,
exactly.
And you said to me, hey, you said, hey, I know you don't need this, and what did I say to you? When you say, I know you don't need this information because you already know, and what was my response?
And you said it's not about what I need, it's about supporting you. It's about making sure that I am supporting what your projects are. So that's exactly what it is.
And I want to support it, and I want to sit there and I want to read it, and I want to be a student as well. You always have to be a student, because it's always something that you could have missed. So we want to make sure we strengthen their abilities in that area. That's why we're going to have the Power 52 on tour in various cities. And our first city in our area is the Maryland area, Maryland, D.C. We're doing Maryland, D.C., Philly, New York, Jersey, right?
That's right. So we definitely want the women to come out because this is going to be a lifetime experience to be able to network and meet and grow and share and, like you said, do business together. I think it's going to be amazing.
Right. And the third thing, the third thing that the Power 52 will do is to grant access to finances because they have the finances to expand and grow your business. So we want to make sure that we provide those outlets, but also build a business so that when we get to the level where you're expanding and you're needing finances, that, the answer is going to be yes, and you don't have to piddle around with it. And also we have access to angel investors and things like that if they're looking for places to place their money. So we just have to make sure you're strong enough to have them to want to place their money with your business. So I think that those women who are connected to the Power 52 and understand that there is limited seating available in that, in any of those sessions. So you will probably want to go to the power52women.com and send a message to say I'm interested and consider me because there is a process because it is very competitive. We want to know about your business, your goals for the next 2 years. We want to know a little bit about your business, your personal bio, and some things that we're going to require from you. So, you're going to have to give something in order to get something because this is major, this is elite, it's exclusive, and we want the best of the best to be a part of it.
That is right. And the key to that, it's the power of 52. There are only 52 seats. So you definitely do not want to delay. Seats. That's right. You don't want to delay. You don't want to be left out. You will have to wait until it is reset, and you don't want to do that. You want to be in the forefront of this. So, like you said, www.thepower52women.com. So we want to see the requests starting to come in. I'm hoping by the time that this show is over, you have put in your request. 2015 is not about delay anymore. It's about action. So what type of action do you plan on taking for yourself and for your business? That's something that I'm definitely looking for. I know.
Hey, for myself, in 2015, absolutely. 2015, I'm just going to bust it wide open. And I have a plan. And, I've been telling you that for the past few weeks. Listen, I'm ready to bust 2015 wide open.
Yes.
Because at this particular point for me, we're moving forward towards the 22nd century, and that's where my mind is, setting leaders who are ready to go to the 22nd century because we have to be advanced. The technology is already there, but we're not there, so we need to catch up with it. So those are that's where my focus is for 2015, head to the 22nd century, and anybody who want to go jump on the train. If not, what's going to happen, right?
That's right. It pulls out without you. I'm telling you, that train is on time, and it does not wait. Ooh, you got a chance with the bus, but not the train.
Not the train. And don't be on the track because you'll get rolled over.
You get rolled over. I love it. Now, Erica, tell us, I want to hear your shout-outs. Who are you going to be giving homage to in 2015?
Well, actually, what I'm going to do is not personal. Of course, I love my family. A lot of things in life can't be accomplished without their support. But on a broader scale, I really want to just shout out all the female entrepreneurs, who contribute $3 trillion annually to the economy. I want to continue to encourage them in spite of a lot of the things that they go through in business, a lot of the doors that are shut for them, just to keep moving forward, to be focused, to connect with people who are like mine and those people that are going to help push them forward, drag them if necessary, and open the doors that have been closed for them. So my shout out is to all the female entrepreneurs.
Now, what kind of advice can you leave for the female entrepreneur? We've already talked about the power of 52. If they're not ready for it we need to give them some kind of advice that's going to really gear them to want to make a change in their lives?
I'm going to say this, you always stick me with what advice. Wow. I'm going to share this just brief short story, and then I'm going to go ahead to that advice. I had a client. I began to talk to this client. I'm a big visionary. I began to talk to the client about their business and where I believe their business can go, believe that the person was exceptional, and that scared them. So my advice is to not allow the vision to frighten you, but to break the vision down into parts that you can consume and move forward part by part until you accomplish the entire goal. So that's my advice for them in 2015.
I love it. I love it. Erica, how can we get in touch with you? How can the audience, if they want to be a part or have you be their consultant, their visionary, their teacher, how are they going to get in touch with you?
I definitely tell everyone to visit my website at www.ericaaMurray.com. They can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter at Erica A. Murray, Facebook, Erica A. Murray, Instagram, I am Erica A. Murray, and I'm on a business site that I believe that all professionals should be on. That will be LinkedIn, Erica A. Murray Global. So they can connect with me on any of those, or they can definitely email me at info@ericaamurray.com. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you need help, I have a Need Help tab on my website. Send a question out to me. I'll answer it for you because that's the only way that I can help ensure, again, the sustainability of female-operated businesses and continue to allow them to establish $23 million jobs to the economy. So just send me a message, and I'll be glad to help you out with that.
I love it. This is a Rockstar Entrepreneur. See, if they ask me, I'm like, oh, you mean Rockstar Entrepreneur Erica A. Murray? Oh, okay. So so don't ask me. You definitely want to make sure that you are getting that information directly from Erica, especially the website, because you can connect with everything directly on her website. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, my dear. I just want to thank you so much for your time. You hung out with us the whole show. You're such a trooper. And we have so many big things for these women, coming into the next year. So I'm looking forward to the partnership with you as well. And I love you. You're one of my sisters. And
I love you too,
I can't say you my favorite. Let me tell you why. Because the person who says that he's my favorite, he's on the line. So
it's okay. So it's okay. I don't have to be your favorite. I'm just glad to be in your company, okay?
Awesome. Well, again, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your night tonight. Hang out with us a little bit longer. Go ahead and put us back on speakerphone because I'm telling you guys, Erica was here before the show started, okay? She was here the whole time. So that girl is the bomb. So, but hang on there. We got a little bit more show, and I do want you to hear it.
Okay, thanks so much.
All right. Now, I have some people, like I said, we have some call-ins because this is the end of the year show, so everybody wants to just give their shout-outs. And this young lady has also been calling in, and we want to make sure that we get her on. You can listen to her shows every Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, motivate, enrich, and inspire. And I have Miss Cy Rita Gunn. Hey, Cy G, how's it going?
Hey, Latisha, how are you?
Girl, I am doing well. We've been putting in this time. Girl, we 2.5 hours in.
Fabulous show, end of year show. I am so excited. We made it to the end. How about that?
I know. Touch and go there, touch and go. You know what's going to happen,
right.
But, we all have to put in the work. And, I just love everybody. It's because of you. You actually had Erica A. Murray on your show at the beginning of this year, in January. And I invited her to be on another host show, a couple of months later. And then that's how we connected. And she said she's been interested in doing radio, and she likes how we do radio here. And so I just thank you so much for bringing Erica to the forefront for us.
You know what? I think things are never, by accident or coincident. I think that they're always divinely appointed, and Erica brings so much, knowledge to the network. So I'm just so excited to be in the midst of so many great hosts on the network. Latisha, thank you for having me. I'm so excited that I'm able to really make it to the end. We began at the beginning of the year together, and it has definitely been a ride, and I've enjoyed it. Sometimes it was bumpy, and it was like, okay, Lord, what are we doing? But nevertheless, it's just been great. And so I just thank you and the network for just believing in me and motivate, enrich, and inspire.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, for your 2015, what do we have to look forward to for next year from you?
You know what, I think in 2015, we're really going to focus on those that are not motivated, those that are dealing with, shame and hurt, and really just dig deeper, really encourage them to live on purpose, and just really let go of some things, some weight, some chains, things that are really keeping them in bondage. And that's all Motivate, Enrich, and Inspire is going to be about. Every week we bring on change agents that are really talking about how they found their purpose and how they're able to live in it. And we bring them on to really just give that example of how it is possible. And so we just want to encourage, I guess, in 2015 to just hold tight with us. We're going to continue to bring on an amazing lineup of, all kind of guests, celebrities, regular folk, as we say, that are just here to really encourage us, because I think one of the things is that, the more of us can get motivated, it is going to be possible for us to motivate somebody else. And that's the only way we're going to make a real difference, just in these times. So that's what it's all about in 2015, Latisha, and I am so excited.
Awesome. Now give your holiday shout-outs. Let's know who you are, just going to out there bless for the new year.
You know what? I really want to first, I'm thankful for my co-host Sean. I'm thankful for my family. It has been just a journey this year, but I cannot do anything that I do without the support of those guys. I also just want to, again, shout out those that, again, are not motivated, where they're feeling like, there's something else, that they haven't truly found their purpose. I want to bless them this year in 2015. You know what? There is purpose for you. We want you to live on purpose. We want you to feel it and be able to just feel inspired and enriched. So 2015 is your year, and what my slogan this year is going to be, the rest of my life is going to be the best of my life.
I love it. I love it. Oh, you better go on. Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping by, giving us your resolution, what your plans are, getting us motivated, and like you said, and for those who aren't, by the time they're done with you, they will be.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Latisha, again. Thank you to the network. I'm always so blessed to just be in the company of so many fabulous hosts and shows. And so I just wanted to stop by and just say thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's been a lot. We've had 500. We've already surpassed 500 episodes. We've just so many different things that we've done, and it's just been all thanks to all of you. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, everybody. This has been Side G of Motivate, Enrich, and Inspire, Mondays, 11 a.m. That's right, another a.m. show for you. But remember, you can always download it, listen through your app, listen on 20 different podcasting sites, including iTunes, Stitcher, and so many great things. I have another host who called in, and I have to say what he sent me. So he wanted me to remind you guys that he is my favorite, okay? He is my favorite. He is one of the strong men here that put up with all of us women on the May We Help You Radio Network, so we thank him for that. He is our wonderful resident DJ, DJ Rockwell. Mr. Rockwell, how's it going this evening?
Oh, it's great. It's great. I've listened to the show the entire time, and
yay!
And I've actually enjoyed and really agreed with everything just about that what was said. Now, the only thing I don't agree with is you don't say nothing about us fellas. Just not saying.
It's not enough of you on the network. It's not enough of you on the network. We have to get more of you here. I actually do have some shows coming in 2015 that is going to include more men. One of them is going to be a men-focused show, period.
and hosted by a man for men, and the other show is hosted by two guys. So we definitely have some more men shows coming because we don't want you to feel as though we are an only female network, because we're not. It's just those are just how the cards play out. Women took the first action when building the network.
Yeah, I know, and I love Get Down on the Ground Floor. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, and and I'm hoping that they are listening. The guys coming in, you could not have a better support group than the women that I've had this last year, which is great for me. One in particular, nothing against you, Latisha, because I am your favorite. But Sarita is a great big supporter for DJ Rockwell, and she has no idea where she stands with me because of how she supports me. I just needed her to know I see it and I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So, it was good. It was good.
Now, what can we look for from you, DJ Rockwell, in 2015?
Okay, I went into this blind, not knowing what was going on. So what I have done is all my shows are based around what this network gives. Simply, they give inspiration. They give, love's all over the place. Other than, only thing bigger than love in this network is the estrogen. Okay. The love that they give, the understanding, the support, and all that. So I started doing my music based on the love, the support, the understanding of one another, the help for one another. So if you go back and listen to the shows, you can see that that's what they're all about. I can do the newer music, but the newer music don't have what the older music had for us when we were coming up. Because the new for me, this network reminds me of when I was coming up, a better time, because it's always, like you said, it's the support and the love. The music then was about support and love, not how to make love, which is what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a major difference. The music is a major difference. So my show is based around how the network grows.
I love it. And, and we would be remiss to say it's also about your lovely wife, because, you are a huge fan of love, and you would be, then the biggest love is the love of your wife.
Oh, man, please. Don't start me. I can talk about her. I can talk about her all day. The support, which is why I love it here, because she was the one who opened me up to support. I've been through relationships. I've been through things and jobs and, all kinds of stuff. But when I married her, and I think I married right. This is my second marriage, and I think I married right this time. The support that she gave opened me up to a whole new world, which is why I can accept what is given, like the support that is given from Sarita and from yourself.
I gotcha. I love it. Shut your mouth, DJ Rockwell, getting all sentimental on us.
No, I ain't trying to get sentimental, but hey, when you talk about the crown jewel in my life, I can do this all day.
And you were on the cover of the magazine, for the digital magazine for the network last week, and and we included photos of you and your wife, because it is just such a beautiful appearance, and it brings me back, like you said, to old love when people stood by their mate. So it's just definitely great to see. Now, before we go any further, I want you to give your shout-outs for the holiday season.
Basically, my shout-out goes to, obviously, my wife. However, aside from my wife. It's to the network. For you. It's for the network, but we need you to keep your head in the clouds and your feet on the ground. And we need you to keep following what you've been following, so everything that you touch turn to gold at this point. And we will continue to follow you.
Aw, thank you, my brother. I love it. All right, now, DJ Rockwell provides us with our music for the month, so we definitely want you guys tuning in to the show. You can tune in live, or you can download. The downloads have been amazing, and I wanted to wait to tell you this, that your December downloads were over 300 downloads. So congratulations.
Oh,
and,
great.
It was a great winter show. It had nothing. It was sprinkled with holiday all over it. So just congratulations. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're looking forward to you continuing to be with us in 2015.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you have a good night, and thanks again for calling in.
Of course. Bless all of you, each and every one of you.
Love and hugs. I love it. That was DJ Rockwell, and, again, that's another person that Sarita Gunn brought to the network. She was like, hey, come on in. I had specific needs when I started, and I had a specific vision, and the host all made sure I had to come to fruition. So what I'm going to do now for the remainder of this show, for the rest of the show, I want to share with you some of my favorite clips, or some clips that were very memorable to you. So I am going to start with the Butterfly Queen After Dark show. The good thing is these clips are all about within a minute, so I should be able to get it in. If I don't get your clip in before it's done, it's not because I don't love you. I just ran out of time. I mean, we were here for almost 3 hours. So here is a clip from the Butterfly Queen After Dark show.
Questions to come, and don't be shy, because this is the place and the time. And when we were this week doing our research, we don't just make these things up. We did our poll, we asked our questions, and I was so I was given the butterflies at all the men who responded to the Queen. I was so excited for my men. I love you, and they asked some really great questions. Sisters, Queens, we're not the only ones that can't figure them out. They can't figure out us either, and they can't figure us out. So we're going to kind of break down these barriers tonight and ask these real juicy, good questions, and really show some love. And I believe that by the time this night is over, we will all be empowered. Yes, we will.
Absolutely.
Because, the Queen is looking for love, too. The Queen, I am a relationship coach. I am a motivator, but, I'm a woman. I'm a woman first, and, well, not just a woman, but I'm a queenly woman. So I have certain standards, and when I say never settle for anything less than butterflies, we're going to talk about that a little bit more tonight, too. And that's for my men, too. Men are not immune from the butterflies, but we all deserve them. We all deserve them.
All right, here's my clip from Erica A. Murray's show, and it's just because I love how she introduces her show. She is like the professional. We can all take, just a little pointers from how this young lady runs her show.
It's with me once again. This is the radio show where we focus on the development and survival of small businesses around the world, and we help them to expand their networks and grow their bottom lines utilizing the phenomenon of globalization. Additionally, for those small and medium-sized business owners that desire to take their business global, we provide simplistic strategies and tools to effectively conquer this on your budget. At Erica A. Murray Consulting, we are the firm that acknowledge and realize the value of small and medium-sized enterprises and how important they are to the communities in which we live. My challenge today for you listeners is that you take a moment to understand the plight of small businesses and how their financial contributions are important to the workforce. Believe it or not, they have a very large market share in positively impacting the global economy. So now that you have been informed, stop by a small business in your community and show some love by purchasing a product or service from them. Let's continue to support their efforts and activities. Support small and medium-sized enterprises in your region, and you'll keep 49.9% of the private sector workforce employed.
All right, here is another one from Coach Caprice Smith, Uncuffed.
I work with women to uncover their life's purpose
so they can match it with their natural talents and learn to manage a business and a life that they just completely enjoy. I am the author of Uncuffed Behind My Smile. In my story, I tell about my survival of so many different types of abuses, sexual child abuse, dating violence, domestic violence, and how I turned what could have become a very sad story into a story of triumph. How I was a police detective in the Special Investigation Section in Baltimore City for 20 years. How I've devoted my life to young people and their families, teaching them how they too can live uncuffed, how to live and manage healthy relationships and not stay in a place where they're being mistreated.
All right. So now I want to give some of the personal testimonies that have come out from our listeners, our fans, our clients, and just say thank you.
And what show did you say you were on?
May We Help You Radio Network.
Okay,
so it's the only. No, just kidding. Don't get me started. But no, in all seriousness, we all syndicated in 10 cities, AM and FM, and we were all over Blog Talk. So
well, let me tell you, if it wasn't for May We Help You Radio, that event wouldn't have kicked off.
Wow, I love it.
So my good friend, Miss Latisha McDougall, behind the scenes, helping me with the media coverage, helping me with the social media. I mean, being able to help me as I help other people. May We Help You Radio is the bomb.com knockout radio of all. You know, because we're coming here, you're doing this and doing that. As Muhammad Ali said, and they're doing this and they're doing that. But May We Help You Radio is taking people from where they want to be to where they actually want to go. That's what's happening.
And here is Off the Vine.
Here is our wind-up for today. So as I told you at the beginning of the show, we have a family reunion this weekend. And I'm not going. So basically, the wind-up today is I'm so not pressed to attend my family reunion this weekend, and here are 5 reasons why. Number 5, all there ever is a fried chicken and potato salad competition. Everybody brings it and brags about how theirs is the best. I already know, hands down, that my daddy makes the best potato salad, and I can get that at home.
And if you know anything about Off the Vine, you're tickled pink by that clip because she says she gives you 10 minutes of wine education and the rest of it is shenanigans. So that's just part of the shenanigans. Here is a song from my friend who called in earlier, Jason D'Amico. So I definitely want you guys to love it. It's going to just be a minute, but hey, we made it in the show.
Look my way, so much in love, my go and make my day. Dark kind of night, sweet and bright, come a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Hold me a little closer. Won't you hold me a little closer? Love me for all of my days.
Now, here's a song from my friend Sonia Javette. I love her. She's the only person I know in in Dallas, who has a day named after her. So, Sonia Javette, Kesha.
She's 11 now, going on 33. Amazing, my baby girl. Love her so.
All right, and here's another testimonial from the wonderful Jennifer Jones.
Absolutely. May We Help You Radio Network is power. It is beauty. It is everything to drive you forward. May we help you. Help means that I have resource, information, power, access. I can put you on the scene, make you the scene, or have you go forward to build the scene. May We Help You Radio is your one-stop shop for everything it takes to see and fulfill your dreams.
And here is just a mix, because this was the one event this year that almost every host was at. It was amazing.
Playtime is over. Playtime is definitely over. Playtime is over, baby.
Playtime is over.
Playtime is over. Playtime is over.
Playtime is over. Playtime is over.
Playtime is over.
Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Then PTIO.
Playtime is over.
PTIO conference. Playtime is what?
Over.
Playtime is what?
Over.
They not ready.
The last testimonial for the night, it's the smallest clip, so you have to listen well.
Everybody's on fire. The audience is on fire. The speakers are on fire. And fellas, the women, they're on fire too.
All right, Trevor. And this is the most wanting to know about song. So this is what I'm going to leave you off with. I just want to say a Happy New Year to everyone. It has been a pleasure to be able to give you, just show after show and continue to grow. I want you to enjoy this song because this is one of the best artists that I've ever come across, so I'm just going to give you a piece of it. Love, joy, and all of everything in between. Thank you so much.
I've been drinking. I'll get filthy when that liquor getting to me. I've been thinking, why can't I keep my fingers off it, baby? I want you, nah. Why can't I keep my fingers off it, baby? I want you, nah. Cars on ice, felt like an animal with these cameras all in my grill. Flashing lights. You got me faded, baby. I want you, nah. Can't keep your eyes off my fatty daddy. I want you, nah. Drunken love, we be all night. We woke up in the kitchen saying, how the hell did this happen? Oh, baby. We be all night, love. We be all night, love. We be all night, and everything alright. No complaints from my body, so fluorescent on these sides, boy.